Want to welcome everybody to Bitcoin Spike. This is London, former financial professional, Duke University, Harvard Business School, not financial advice. We're going to go over Bitcoin. We're going to go over a few details today. I want to shout out to all the VIP. This is home of the VIP. We're going to talk about, guys, everything. In terms of Bitcoin, $39,062. A whole lot of trading going on, guys. I have to tell you, the VIP are trading quite a bit. We're excited about what's going on with Bitcoin, price action, etc. Looks like the executive order from Biden is not the kill switch people were fearful of. So we're looking forward towards additional just positive trades, guys. We're looking forward to booking positive trades, whether or not you're on the short or long end of those trades. That's up to you. But guys, we want to bring in the technicals. That's why I am here. So let me go ahead and get a link, if you don't mind me getting a link to people who may not be watching. And shout out, guys, it's Friday night. Hit that like button. Would appreciate that, and may keep us going a little bit longer if you do, to cover the technicals. We're going to cover a triangulation, which looks like it's in play right now. We're also going to cover a few other details, a new cross trend line that I identified. So give me about 2 more seconds. I'm going to make sure that all the VIP in the back have, and guys, the VIP in the back, when I say that, those are the rooms. Bam. Shout out to Pathfinder. Shout out to Luke. What's up, guys? In the back, you guys are trading well. Pathfinder's had some great charts. Been very impressive to watch both of you in the back. Shout out to AJ Crypto. Shout out to just everybody. Shout out to Angel on top. What's up, brother? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're over that cold bug, as we would talk about the technicals. Got to keep the rest of life in order, including your health. So we're hoping you're feeling better. Angel, it's been about a week or so, and I just tell everybody, if Angel's busy, he's busy. But yeah, $58,000 in terms of overall contributions. Let's take a look at this potential double bottom here, right? That's what the bulls are looking for, is a double bottom. We've run into, this is on the 30-minute time frame, if you guys want to look at the 30-minute time frame. And shout out in the comments. I'd appreciate a little bit of a shout out. Let me know what you guys are doing in terms of what you're trading. We'll go over XRP, we'll go over Luna, we'll go over what else do you guys want to go over? How about DOT? Looks like it's in a bull flag. There's quite a few bullish tendencies ongoing, so we will go through those, to the extent that you guys are interested in such. So, and if you're not, just let me know. You can suggest another coin if you'd like to, if you're VIP, and we could probably go over it. Let's look at XRP real quickly. Just an interesting coin to kind of start off with. Nice price action to the upside. Kind of surprised the market in the back with VIP. It's up 15% essentially from that breakout point. In the VIP, I let them know, and I categorized it. I said this is maybe the ugliest bull flag. It was on the different time frames, but as we looked at it, I said this might be the ugliest bull flag, and it was on the 4-hourly time frame. If you guys look at the 4-hourly time frame, it was just a tough go at a quote-unquote bull flag. It was just it's not. This is the daily. Let's take a look at this. Up 15%. Looks like it's in a bull flag. Quite a few of these coins are in bull flags, so pay attention to this video. Pay attention to the market right now, guys. What is it telling you? Nice run to the upside, channel formation to the downside. Nice kind of lift off last day, plus about 10% max yesterday, 14% overall. Just a nice move. In terms of this flag formation, I was joking a few days ago. I was like, if the worst flag decides to take off, we're going to be the ones ahead of the curve. That was in the back, me giving the signals to the guys, etc. We've been on this XRP quote-unquote bull flag. Just you have to eliminate the entirety of this lower portion, okay? On the daily, it's clean. Take a look at it on the daily, right? Real important in terms of that move. Coming up in contact with that 200 moving average. That 200 moving average is crucial in terms of that hurdle, which needs to be met in order for you to satisfy. Let's just look at this, an additional, and let's just roll with the punch up here to an additional 16%. We don't always focus on altcoins, but to the extent that they have some hot price action, we want to note that along with their confluence with, or their correlation with Bitcoin. In terms of let's look at DOT real quickly. DOT looks like it's trying to currently just get up and out of and confirm off of this top line resistance in its own bull flag. These both trade on leverage. If you guys are making money already, congratulations on DOT or anything else. I provided these pricing targets to Angel. Angel, hope you're doing well. I provided you these targets, and look how well those targets worked out. That was, let's see this. Angel asked for the opinion, etc., everything else. I gave him these targets, just bam, bam, exactly on my targets. Very nicely done. About 50 days ago, I gave him these targets, just whoop, bam, perfect. Even caught this low portion of the bull flag right here, bam. not easy to do, guys. A lot of work. So we appreciate your being a contributor, Angel. When you are making money and you show up, it lets us know that you're doing well. We appreciate that as part of the fun of crypto. To tell you the truth, that's it's nice to see Angels invested in Bitcoin since $7.79. So Polkadot in its own bull flag, XRP bull flag, Polkadot bull flag. Looks like we're about to. We are in the process of confirming up and out. Look, we're right at that 200 moving average. Okay, so we're operated as resistance here to initiate the first, I'd say, pivot of the bull flag. Okay, this secondary feature here, the secondary hit into that 200 moving average on the 4 hourly is ongoing now. That needs to be conquered. We got to get up and past that. Then it will look like, let's see here, that'd be another over 14%, about a 15% from the low target that I provided. Let's just look at this from the low target of about $14.47. And let's just look at this. Overall price action would be 44% gain since that low target. That'd be sweet if we can get that up over the 200 moving average. It's going to depend upon how many buyers we have and the overall big boss, to some degree, Bitcoin. Luna. Yeah, Luna. What do we do? I had to bring everybody this inverse head and shoulders. You guys know this. Had to bring it. We got to talk about it. It's the most bullish feature of any coin that you're going to find. Essentially, it's the largest bullish pattern that you're going to find in the market, in my opinion, based on the ETF, primary ETF coins, etc. Just looking at this move would be phenomenal. So I had to bring it to you guys in a special video. I'm not going to ignore something that could, a move that could go for 60%, 50 to 60%, we'll say that. So in terms of that move, it was mitigated by, I didn't focus on it as much, but it was mitigated by the notion of just look at this, a rising wedge. Okay, so it looks like we're operating towards this lower line support. Okay, to the extent that wants to pick up, I'd be surprised personally if Luna doesn't want to put up a fight at all on this rising wedge. Luna's just pretty tough at this stuff, right? Luna, you guys know Luna likes to get up and go. I've identified the top line resistance. Okay, this top line resistance specified here. If you guys go into the 4 hourly, very interesting. Okay, if you look at the 4 hourly chart, from this specific hit of support to this resistance, this looks like a cross trend line is in effect. Okay, looks like a cross trend line has come into force in the market in the form of a line of resistance across the top. This line of support is trying to hold. Buyers are attempting to hold this line. It's an entry. It's a line of support. In terms of specifying this a little bit more specifically, yes, we can. We could leave some more room here. We could get very, very, I always say, get the scalpel out. Right. In terms of this, there could be additional buyers at lower levels waiting to get picked up at those lower levels. The tighter that we get, the more aggressive we get. Okay. The more loosely we construct a rising wedge, the more conservative we become. Okay, you understand that the more tightly that we express the rising wedge, the more aggressive, right? It's pulling in this resistance, our buying zone. The more loosely that we draw it, it's becoming more conservative, right? Gives us more room before the pick up. Some traders may just wait for the overall bullish pattern to express itself in the form of a kind of a secured breakout or a confirmed breakout, i.e. setting some candles on some larger time frames up and above. What I had said to you guys in the video, and always listen to the small things I said if it does get up and out and wants to make a move for 50%, it's going to be very evident. Okay, that's going to be essentially just the price action, letting us know where it's going. It's not a cop-out. That is just the truth. Well, it'll be tough to miss Luna taking off for a 50% run. I'm telling you guys. You guys agree. You've seen it take off. You've seen it do it before, right? So it's like, well, we notice it. Just want this on your watch list. In terms of this sideways function of the top lateral level of resistance, right? This flat top level of resistance, we may be involved in something to look like an ascending triangle. Really don't want Luna to do this. I'm going to tell you, I really would prefer Luna to not do this. If Luna chooses to not do it, it would be a further distinguishment of Luna, let's say, from Phantom. To distinguish further Luna from Harmony 1, to distinguish further Luna from any other coin that set this top this top kind of flank here, this top level of resistance. Just look at Phantom, for instance. Phantom is for instance that a coin that went much earlier that almost established that flat top. Okay, that secondary run up and a real near flat top. I just don't want Luna necessarily to get into the program routine where it's just like Phantom or just like this, or just let me say this, to the extent that we have repeatable patterns, right? Luna is right at this phase right here. We'll get back to Bitcoin in 2 seconds. Just want to cover some of these alts because you guys are looking for other trades along with your Bitcoin trades. So we'll cover this. Sometimes I do this on the weekend. And looking at this is the phase where Luna currently is right now. Luna is currently in that phase of rechallenging the preceding high, right? So that's important for us to note that, yeah, we would prefer to get up and out and over this on Luna so we don't wind up looking just like Phantom. We don't want to look just like Phantom. I'll tell you, it's Phantom's Phantom. There's nothing wrong with Phantom. It got up and really went, but we just, and let me say this, to the extent that would be distinguishing and profits would be immediately available, that would be arguably preferable. I'll let you have that argument in terms of whether or not you would prefer more of a discount on Luna. That's just the bottom line. Would you prefer more of a discount on Luna? Some will say yes, some will say no. So to the extent that you guys are in that group that says yes, hey, you're already a little bit happy. It had a big pour down yesterday, about 10%, just nominal, not a big event, but it was enough for the market to notice and enough to pull us off the scope of that inverse head and shoulders just briefly. Okay, you guys know how to draw your Fibonacci's, your targets. I always say buy at support, sell at resistance, trade your patterns, right, and hit your targets, right? This pattern is just a monstrous pattern, that inverse head and shoulders. So I'm bringing you patterns to the extent that they'll play or not. I just want them to be on your radar. Okay, I don't want to be the crystal ball. I want you to in terms of, well, this will do this and this will do. Now you know how to trade a pattern, guys. Harmony 1. Okay, I bring up Harmony 1 for the simple fact that it has that same just that same tested top that we're currently expressing in Luna. You see that? Look at Luna. Just is, let me clean these up on Luna. Let me go ahead and just, I can kind of wipe the map here. But in terms of Luna, just looking at this specified top line target, bam, okay, top flat line resistance, trying to show or demonstrate potentially an ascending line of support, something along the lines of this. I'd prefer to get up and out of that particular inverse head and shoulders. But you see the flat top resistance there. If I go to Harmony 1, it's like, yeah, Harmony 1 had the same thing going on. So to the extent that Luna's just a little bit later in the game, and I'm not talking about overall returns. That's nowhere in on the map in terms of my discussion. I'm talking about the familiarity of challenging a preceding high and failing and going to the downside. Right, and you can see on Harmony 1, for instance, very interesting, wasn't it? Excuse me. As you would look at Harmony 1, and I've been around Harmony 1 for a while, right? Started teaching people about what a Fibonacci is and what a price target is. Some interesting things to discuss in terms of how to operate in the market successfully. People say, well, buy low, sell high. Well, where low? Just anywhere low? It's down 2%. That kind of low? You guys know that's not going to cut it, guys. As you look at the overall technicals that you can apply to your trade game, there are some nuanced and very highly detailed specifics that we like to cover here at, I'll just say, Bitcoin Spike. Look at this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. See that playing out in the framework of Harmony 1, classic Elliott wave feature, right? So it seems, right now it seems, you can say, well, it seems real obvious right now. It seemed pretty obvious then too, guys, in terms of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't ever let that technical record play on and on. It's like, well, of course we can do this after the fact. And don't take that pill. That's not a good pill to take in terms of your approach. Always looking for the thresholds and the ability to outperform. Looking for maybe a micro to macro maybe consideration. Okay, in terms of what would the wave formation be currently? If you don't see a good wave formation, say on Luna, and I've got to check in with BTC. Hold on. When I do this too long and I get into the altcoins, I have to check BTC. It just has to happen. Let me get into Bitcoin real quickly, guys. Hope you're doing well. It's a good start to a weekend. You get to the point where you know Bitcoin well enough, and where it's at, it's like it's still there with you somehow. It's still you're kind of you're still plugged in with. Yes, we were up up and over this specific, these moving averages on the 5-minute, definitely. I think we're under them on the 30. Yes, we are. Okay, we're under them on the 30 in terms of Bitcoin, currently at 39,143. Trying to set this double bottom, right? Appreciate if you guys are coming into the room. If you could just shout out, that would be cool. Let me know what you guys are doing, what you're trading, right? Are you busy this weekend? Maybe you can't trade this weekend. You got to stack some trades with some sell orders. Maybe it'll execute at some point this weekend. Or are you watching the market? I always say if you're learning, maybe watching the market's okay. It's always better if you can watch your trades. Don't watch the market. Watch your trades. That's what'll get you the experience you need to start understanding what's going on in terms of the additional, let's say, actually some value that you can begin to capture in the market, right? So looking at this framework here, we are expressing, and it's a little bit off. I wanted to realign this bottom portion here. We're a little bit off in terms of if we wanted to use this bottom line function as an expressed line of support here. Okay, we have a little bit room left. There are some orders I'm going to tell you right now. If we do hammer down just a bit, there are some orders waiting at this line. If you look at the specific on Bitcoin, if you look at the line of support, okay, looking at the line of support here, I'm just going to tell you, matching these up almost perfectly, that there are some orders that are still waiting below, okay, that haven't exactly perfectly been captured yet. And I'm going to go ahead and do this exactly the way I would do it as if I were about to execute a trade. And let me not do that. Let's get into that methodology, what I would use. I would go to the specific, I'd snap to grid. Okay, I want the magnet tool on. I want to snap to essentially the bottom portion here in terms of let's do this. Let me get this to the bottom, right there. Bam, the bottom wick. Then I want to extend that bottom wick to that next level. And let me zoom out and make sure that that is the next level that I'm looking for. It is not. Didn't think it was. It's going to be in this area here. So I'm snapping on with the magnet, right? That is the tool, technical tool that I am using. And let's take a look at this. And what do we have here? Extend right line, extend left line, bam. That's going to be the exact line on the specified candle wicks, okay? Just magnetize, snap to grid, boom, boom, on the candle wicks, and you're at the furthermost expression of that line of support. Slim, how are you, brother? Nice to see you, brother. Hope everything is good. When London goes live, it's time to pay attention. That's good to see, Slim. What's going on? I hope you're doing well. And nice, Slim. I'm going to say that. And hope you're doing well tonight, Slim. If you could join our group, we'd love to have you join. That sounds familiar. Someone's saying pay attention, without a doubt. That's very familiar to me. I'm not sure who Slim Goody is, but maybe you can make yourself known. If you prefer to have an alias, that's no problem. I understand that. Slim, if you would like to contribute to our even the base camp kind of ideology, we would prefer that you do so. It's a big deal. Those base campers are getting ready to be VIPs. It's kind of home of the VIPs, guys. We've had, I think, more VIP top level than any other channel. You guys know that. That's pretty cool, huh? We have had some awesome traders, and do have some awesome traders in this group. It's pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool. I'm a lucky guy, I should say that. So, bottom line of support, there may be, and I'm going to tell you, maybe there are orders waiting at these lower levels, not just on the specified candle wicks, also on, if you guys would look at this, also on the variable lines as they would exist on each and every, believe it or not, guys, I'm going to tell you on each and every, to the extent that there is any kind of a difference here, on each and every, let's say, actual line chart. All right, so that's where you're going to find the orders, and people who are maximizing their involvement in the market are targeting up not just one level, not just, okay, well, we have a, let's say a level, let's say a 30-minute or an hourly differential or a 4-hourly differential. Real heavy hitting traders, real specified, highly technical traders are going to go through the details on the different time frames, which is the maximum expression or the highest likelihood, could also do this as well, highest likelihood of getting picked up in terms of additional value in this zone. And that's making the assumption that this zone holds specifically right here into this triangulation. But understand, if let's go to the hourly real quickly. The hourly looks, it looks close. Close. But as we would get into the details of it, you start to get, well, how close is it? It's snapping to grid, etc. Going through each and every one of these frameworks, you're going to start seeing some differences here that make a difference. For instance, on the 4 hourly, the 4 hourly is below. Just take a look at the 4 hourly chart. We spent about 2 minutes talking on this specific issue. You guys know that. We spent about 2 minutes talking about it, right? Not a big deal. We already found a lower line of concern, right? And that lower line of concern is going to be, let me highlight this a little bit and make it a different color, because this is what the principle is all about, just finding maximized value amidst the variation. And it's you say, well, is it going to get picked up? That's not the point. Is it going to get picked up? It may or it may not get picked up. The point is, the point is, as you look at maximized expressions for value, there are some traders who just will not leave it out. Period. Look at all the work that we just did, everything in terms of these, specified zones in here, everything else. Then we're at the daily. Ding dong, we got this one. Who's, in terms of the expression here, look at this. Bam. Now we're down into this level on the daily, right? And it's really, really heavily apparent as we would look at the preceding zone. This is on the daily chart, guys. On the preceding zone, that is probably, and it doesn't seem like much, but it is just even a bit lower. Okay, as we go to this preceding area in here. So, yeah, maximizing this expression in the framework of these pickups is a big deal. Now, it doesn't seem like much. But you have to understand, and you guys will agree, for groups and guys and girls, etc., that spend all night long focusing on their trades, you guys do, all week long setting up your trades, it's a big deal, right? You have the time to do this, and it's competitive enough. There are 50 million crypto traders. There are people in that group who are going to do the specified technically required work. All right? It's just a fact, guys. You know that. So I know that you all agree with that, but we have the time. We have the skill set to do it. Let's see what we got, Slim Goody. I will join as soon as I buy a new computer. My 6-year-old son is 24/7 gamer, and he took control of my laptop. Oh, no. I'm using my phone, tablet, and TV for my crypto right now. Slim, not good. You got a bandit in the house, huh? Got a bandito. Okay, Slim. Well, I'm going to give you this. John J. Murphy. Okay, John J. Murphy. And before you get the laptop, get this book. Okay, it's technical. Let's see, technical analysis of the financial markets. And had to have a quick sip of coffee with that as well. Wanted to get this notion into all of your, and you have time to write that down. I put it in the, had to translate that over into the chat as well, so that you guys have the #1 book that you can get, guys, in terms of the source of the information there. It's just critically huge. I want you guys to know that, okay? Now, I'm going to do something that no one's going to like. Are you prepared? And yeah, we just you don't have a join button from where you're at, do you? That's not good. I'm sorry about that, Slim. You got a desktop computer helps in life. I know that if it's been absconded by a little guy, hey, I can't get mad at that. That's the first time someone said, no, I'm not joining right now. I'm like, oh, that's fine. I think VIP are going to understand that, Slim. We got to understand that, but you got to get good with him. Or maybe you can negotiate. How about this? You can negotiate with your kiddo. Your kiddo's going to run your crypto into the ground. That's not necessarily good. Don't operate from a cell phone. And I should say that foremost and center. Do not operate your trades from a cell phone. Oh, you had a basic membership about 9 months ago. That's good. Yeah, you need to. You need to do something there. I will let you slide by for a minute, but I also don't like spending too much time. It's not that it's you; it's just any time with people who are not necessarily in our VIP. I'm just real selective about that. I just need to be as per the terms of YouTube. Understand? So as we dig into the details, let's look at the notion that you're not going to like right now, but I'm going to bring it up anyway. I just want to bring it up. Just caution to the wind let's throw it, right? Let's just do this. Now, for individuals who like to short, who love shorting the market. Now, my own opinion as to whether or not this play will play, it is independent of anything I'm going to technically present you right now. All right, I have inverted the scale of the price action. All right, I am demonstrating to you something that if we were to be trading on the long side of things, okay, and this is completely contrarian right now, but if you see what's on your map, on your chart right now, it's on the map with me. It's been on the map for a while, but in terms of, look at this. We noticed here, bull flag formation, right? We noticed here, bull flag formation. Run to the upside with a nice channel to the downside, right? We noticed here, bull flag formation. We noticed also here, boom, bull flag formation. Okay? Failed at the top, frustrated at this top, huh? As you look at this with a run up and we didn't have a full completion, let's say that. This more in line with this frustrated to its maximum completion. This one just frustrated altogether and really failed after that breakout attempt to reconfirm, failure. So these are exciting looking patterns. Everyone will agree. We like bull flags. Everyone agrees, right? That run up, that flag, right? Bull flag. Now, we're going to look at this real quickly, okay? This is in terms of people who like to short. People who like to short love this pattern, guys. They're very excited about this pattern. You understand we have a run to the downside and a channel cutting against the grain. It's a big deal. And I'm sure you've seen it. You've noted it. We haven't spent much time going through it. There are a lot of bullish. This would be as bearish as you get. There are a lot of bullish contraindicated patterns whereby we are, let's see here. You don't get a whole much better than this if you're a real bear. And this is where some of the, I'd say, the facets of the market come into play that are a little bit different maybe than an ordinary market, okay? I.e., like, well, okay, you would start to say, I like the pattern. Maybe we'd look at a heavy short, etc. Yeah, hey, Luke, what's up, brother? I'm sure you've seen this one too. Luke, top level VIP. And thank you, Slim Good, for saying you appreciate me. Go get a credit card and take care of business. You can do it, man. I promise you can do it. I'm going to put you in timeout. There we go. But thanks for the heads up and thanks for everything else. It'll be easy for you to just go ahead and join, man. It's easy. Luke is VIP. Yeah, absolutely. Luke, this bear flag, just a mean-looking bear flag. We would see this and we get excited about this. We want to short this, man. We would be exploring all of the ways that we could curtail any other bullish activity on the charts. How can we further rationalize any more bearish activity on the charts, right? We just would be. You're looking at it on the daily. It looks like we're using these as a resistance, right? This is all flipped right now, right? We're using these as resistance, actually like a support, coming down on support. So all we need to do, we would say, all that needs to happen really. Now, we'd have all those lines of differentiation. That's why I like the setup for this, okay, in terms of the discussion. We have all those different lines in terms of the differentiation. So this could get a little bit messy. It's going to have to get aggressive to convince people that it could go. If it were to go, you know where it's going, right? It's a mean-looking flag. It is a bear flag that could really, really upset some pocketbooks, right? It could really do some damage, right, for the ones who were overextended, right? So let's look at the potential move, 23% to the downside. Not huge. Bitcoin's done it before to 29,787. Yeah, that's about where we were at here, 29,750. Very interesting, isn't it? Literally, as I've just drawn it out, that's highly accurate. I could get more specifically highly accurate. I definitely could. I just drew this real quickly though. It would throw us back into the zone just as we talk about it. And these are why streams are great. We just get to talk a little bit. We get to throw the patterns around. And while Bitcoin wants to take its time, we get into kind of some of the maybe issues that no one's really talking about. Or maybe you looked at it like, I don't want to look at that right now. Everyone, we like the bull flags. We went over so many bull flags in the beginning of the stream. It's like XRP, DOT, what else? Luna with the inverse head and shoulders, etc. We may go through and find a few more of those here in a bit before we close out. But inverting the price action of Bitcoin. And Luke, nice to, let's see what we have. But Luke, indeed, I'm going to put a bear flag. Here we go. Indeed, a bear flag. Possible. So the downward sloping, let's say the downtrend. It is the downtrend, or the move up, move down, right? Move up would provide for a downward sloping channel in terms of a specific bear flag. We need a channel that cuts against the trend, right? So trending up, nice move to the upside, channel sloping downward. Move down, channel sloping upward. Okay, just textbook bear flag. So while we're on the cusp of this lower line of support, while we went through all the parameters and details, etc., I just want to bring it to your attention that, and I'm going to say this, is going to get this. This is a little bit. I don't know, guys. On the lines, it looks interesting, right? It looks viable. On the candle wicks, guys, I mean, it's just like it's just not there. So looking at the candle wicks, we would have to scream to the downside here. We literally have to get price action just leveled to the downside, and then we're going to wind up with something that looks like really something out of sorts that we would expect in terms of a bull flag. It would be the equivalent of us really having something along the lines of, a bull flag that were to look like something like, real blocked out, real, without the appropriate, I'd say, without the appropriate kind of dimensions or proportions to them. Excuse me. So yeah, this is not the ideal type of bull flag we would want to trade. We would like to trade one that looks more in conformance with the actual line. So it appears to me, and the good introduction in terms of the framework of the price action right now, okay, from the lines to the candles to the specified, is there more value at a lower level right now or not? Have we set a double bottom? Let's see exactly where these lines match up on the different time frames, everything from the candles to the lines, etc. Right? That's a good precursor to the notion that these lines appear to have completely thrown this specified pattern out of the books. Okay, it appears to have completely eliminated the viability. If you're looking for good patterning, okay, if you're looking for the good patterning, it seems to have eliminated the viability of this operating as a quality bear flag. We can break out of this on the daily technically, and we're still going to have this reinforced level of, it would be support, right, that would interfere with this specific completion pattern. This bull flag is essentially, let's say, a continuation pattern, right, to be fulfilled to the extent of the run up of the bull flag. So this flagpole, right? So to the extent that we adjust the parameters here, and let's do this upside down, let's invert it and take a look to make sure it's just not like some predisposed bias. That doesn't look on, as we go to the candle wicks, it doesn't look as strong. It's not ideally formed. It's not what we would, it's not the standard, it's not within the standard proportions or dimensions that we would really like to see here. Like, we would like to see the classic bull flag formation in line with this, right? That would be nice for us to participate in, whether or not to be a bear flag or a bull flag. This just fails. It fails to achieve that mark. However, on the actual lines, you guys see, very interesting. This is 2022, and the market has been doing this to us incessantly. You guys know that. It's just been continual. Right? So let's go into the overall framework. Bitcoin up 1%. It's not anything other than uncertainty expressing itself in the market. It's the strategy that you deploy around the uncertainty that essentially defines your participation in the market. You guys know that risk equals uncertainty equals risk. So to the extent that you are participating in the market, your strategy has to cover that risk. You have to maximize your opportunities once you find them to be in conformance with the highest degrees of probability, and to eliminate the variables that present additional risk to you is the name of the game. This would be something that could present someone with a long position quite a bit of risk. I've been discussing that the last few days, right, in terms of is there hidden reward and the risk, et cetera, et cetera. So, and you'll see, it doesn't go without saying, guys. It's on the daily. We're just kind of having a risk discussion right now. It's not a bad idea. Give me 2 seconds for a sip of coffee. All right. Thank you. As we look at the overall preceding drops, the preceding drops had some nice characteristics to them. This will get you thinking a little bit, okay? Had a nice move to the downside, right? And then this rising wedge, which is actually a falling wedge. Now, this specific move looks altogether different. Everyone should agree. This has that nice move be to the downside and that channel cutting against the grain, doesn't it? Because this looks like it's supposed to just boom, break down, without a doubt. In fact, this right in here, as you'll see this is all inverted, right? So there'd be like a move down, a channel to the upside. You know, it's inverted. It's actually a bull flag. Oh yeah, move down and a channel to the upside, right? Very interesting. This supposed to break this direction. This preceding at 29,750 that we caught. Boom. It's a rising wedge. If we just look at it, boilerplate, textbook, rising wedge. It's going this way. We know that. This, you guys know, it's like, shoo. I want to trade that. Each and every one of you, if you just separate yourself from what it is, I just guarantee you'll be like, I want to trade that. You know, how do I get that coin? How do I get on the exchange? Where is it? What do I do? I want to trade it. Oh man, no problem. It's going there, man. It's going up to, yeah, it's going to X, Y, or Z, right? It's a big deal. I haven't heard enough people or anybody talk about it. Granted, I don't listen to anybody else. So to the extent that anyone else is discussing this, I'll probably never talk to you anyway. There's a lot of haters out there, etc. I'm not one of them. I just prefer really high quality TA. And when people hate us, I will tell you, I wake up in the morning with that written all over a VIP card. If, you know, to the extent I ever want to give one or not to anybody, I could care less. We have so many haters because we have a VIP club. You can only imagine. Like, you know, I don't know. It's just the truth, all right? A lot of jealousy, a lot of weird stuff go on. Like, I don't know. Let's go to the weekly and check it out. It is a VIP club. It's just the way it goes. It's not for everybody. Let's see if we can clean this up a little with the weekly. I don't know, guys. Look at this weekly. It's interesting. Now, the good thing is Bitcoin loves to surprise us, doesn't she? Without a doubt. But we would check that out like, Now, on the weekly, we would expect maybe another hitch to the downside to fulfill this. It's a nice weekly pattern. A coil or a symmetrical triangle is going to operate the same irrespective, right? A coil could be a continuation or a reversal. Usually, I'm going to say if you're going to use it as a reversal, it's going to be used as a reversal. You're going to be up against a pretty important line of support. That's kind of the maxim I would recommend that you use. If you're going to be looking at it as a level of support, or let's say as a reversal, look and see whether or not, determine if you are up against a heavy or key line of support, okay? Because we have laid out on the weekly symmetrical triangulation here. That would indicate to me on the weekly as we start to discuss this. Now, this is you guys think we spend a lot of time in stream. Sometimes we really do. Sometimes we'll spend a ton of time in stream. It's difficult for VIPs to catch up. Sometimes we'll spend too much time. Not too much time for whatever else they have going on in life. So I try and keep these conversations brief, but of the, maybe a work or two, or the hour or two that you might have off of work, etc., during the eating time to really manage your trades. It's just some of these issues take 10 or 15 hours to really go through all the charts. And you guys, you know this, right? Because it's not just here, it's also all through here, right? It's all through the price action. As we would look at at the historical price action going, and this is on Gate. Gate is the best example of historical price action for Bitcoin. It's really solid, guys. So looking at this nuanced question here, a real deep dive into it is going to include all of this preceding price action back to 2000. The best we have back to 2013 on Gate Exchange. You guys want to trade on Gate? If you want a quality exchange, pick up the link on my Twitter account and go with it. Look at all this volatility we've had. It's just so clean. The technicals, I'll never get away from the technicals on Gate. I just love them. Look how clean this is. Nice volatility. Really amazing volatility. So this would be a whole additional level of let's just say technical assessment that I would do when looking at a question like this. Is I would run it through, let's just say it would get run through TradingView, then it's going to be run through Gate, and in either order. But if you guys are on Binance, that's cool. If you're on Coinbase, maybe not cool. That's tough, guys. The technicals on Coinbase are really, really tough. It's like I tell people, it's like the Walmart or the McDonald's of crypto. It just is Coinbase. It's secure. It's fine. You'll be good. You'll get what you pay for. But it's just, technically speaking, it's just it lacks. So looking at Gate is just a really, really clear picture. So this specific, and I haven't told you guys, some of the features on Gate are really opened up when, Luke, charts, once you, and it's not perfect. Some of the features in the charts on Gate, if you have a 3090 graphics card or a really high-end graphics card, you will experience the features on Gate a little bit differently, believe it or not, with a 3090. And that's I'll just tell you, if you have a $5,000 or $6,000 laptop, I had recommended that Angel get one. That specific laptop will run Gate Exchange better than, you'll get into some features where you're like, whoa, it's really impressive, guys. There's some different stuff on it that you haven't picked up on yet, and you have to be trading to kind of get into it to really appreciate it. But it's just some cool stuff. It's bad because we think we get it with whatever we're on or this and that. I don't always bring that up because it's like, who needs to spend $4,000 or $5,000 for a laptop to get into their technicals on their trades? But it behaves differently. So, and there's some cool features to it that are really, really something else, guys. It's some cool stuff on Gate. They've been around quite a while, and there are some features that are kind of hidden in it. Yep. Copy that. Copy that, Luke. Boom. Yeah, Binance has locked so many people out. I'll never forget that. Some of the VIPs got locked out of Binance. Felt so bad for her. I don't know. I wonder how she's doing. Some of the old VIPs, I forgot her name. That's okay. But I think she was managing. This is how it goes with me, guys. She was managing, whoever she was, previous VIP, all excited about VIP. She was managing her boss's crypto account. Check this out. Her boss's crypto account and his money in crypto with our group. And I was like, do what? I'm like, what? Like, get your dentist boss to go to his own dirty laundry or whatever in the world. She would show up, morning, good morning. I'm like, come on. She didn't have the heart of the champion. She's just be the typical one that would turn into a fudder or a hater or something else like that after I call her out. She's, even at that, she wants to shop out her TA and lose the dentist money or whatever. And I have no idea to the extent that would happen. But I'm like, why am I going to get your dentist boss like a 5 or 10x on the next coin? That's not my goal. Sweet looking girl, all this, hip stuff, looking great, nice jacket, smooth smile, everything else. She's a VIP. And I'm like, what are you doing here? You're not VIP. You're an imposter. So a lot. I think it's funny. Like, I learned out. I understood what being doxxed was in 2021. What FUD is, personal FUD, and when people are just not VIP. Hey, look at Slim Good. What's up, Slim? Way to go, bro. Nice move. It's real easy, isn't it? That's for the price of gum, bro. And Luke just talked about the fact we may need to upgrade that price of gum feature. We may need to upgrade the gum. You may be the last one who gets in at $2.99 or whatever it is. But thank you for letting us know that you belong, Slim. That means a lot. Thank you very much for letting us know that you belong. And way to hit that button. That's excellent. That's really nice. It's real easy. People don't get it, but like just show up. Slim is not the girl I was talking about. Slim is a good guy. He's been around for a while. But yeah, people trying to manage. Hey, look at you, huh? You see that badge there? That's night and day, huh? That's just, that is perfect. YouTube recommends it. We insist upon it. It's just big stuff, huh? That's nice. Nice move, Slim. Nice move. If you join VIP, we'll get out the bull or do something else cool. What do we got? I don't know. We'll get. Oh, this one's cool. You guys want to see? I'll show the jet since Angel's busy, and as he's busy, I'll show the jet. How about that? Because I'm not sure how busy he is or what he's up to right now. He's just got stuff going on, so ain't a big deal. Let's see this real quickly, but I'll show this for let's see, Angel. And for you, Slim, just to give you somebody to look up to. He's in the top. Title of the channel for a reason. He's the number one trader, and we're really happy to have him. I'm happy to have him as a friend. Let's look at the. Where is the? Okay, here this goes. This is for Angel. Angel, just letting you know, Slim Good got his got his base camp badge in effect. He slammed in, so this will be just a little fly-by for Slim, and shout out to Angel as well. As he sees, I want Angel to pay attention. I'll say, hey, look back where the jet goes across, and he'll see you in, Slim. Hold on 2 seconds. Very, very, very cool. We have some cool stuff like that. The jet, the rocket, the Bitcoin bull, everything else. So Slim, you're in good company, brother. We will decide you can decide when you want to become Pathfinder. What's up? Hey, look at Pathfinder shouting out. Welcome. He's welcoming Slim Good to the base camp before the Doge take off. Made enough not to work all year. You did what? February 21st before Doge take off, you made enough not to work all year. I throw the jet on there, and he shows us what's going on. Well, good. Why aren't you VIP, man? You should be in the back with Pathfinder, man. Pathfinder loves Doge. We deal with Doge all the time. Way to go, huh? Everybody's like, you don't want to spend on a pack of gum. It's like, come on, man. Like, base camp's okay, but like VIP it, bro. You know. I can't. I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, I want to trade Doge again. I want us to get back into Doge. It's nice, huh? Good returns, and Pathfinder shouting out, way to be Pathfinder. Boom. And I'm going to put welcome Slim. That's really cool to know that as well. We welcome you to let's do this. We welcome you to base camp, and we encourage you to join VIP. And we just would like to see how your returns are before and after. If you did that well before VIP, we'd love to either for you to contribute some. Hey, spend some time teaching some other guys in VIP, etc. Spend some Ferraris and Doge, nice. Or let it surprise you. Maybe I'll put you up to a challenge this year if you join VIP, etc. Looking at it worked for Josh, the bottom right, $1 million champ. That's in earnings, and I have the nice commentary he gave me in terms of appreciate it all, London. I listened to everything, did exactly what you said, and I put it to practice, and it worked. He made $1 million, so that's a big deal for the station. So Slim saying that he has a big, what do you got here? VIP will catch the next Doge liftoff. We have to. It's going to be close because we just hit the 86. You just hit the 86, Pathfinder, on Doge. See, now I'm wanting to go through Doge. I am not one of these Bitcoin maximalists that sits here and never wants to talk about Doge. No, I've never traded Doge before. Whatever, man. We love Doge. Doge is in the house. Doge is the epitome of I don't know, maybe Elon has too much time on his hands and just a great enough sense of humor to make something really cool. Like in the middle of like, it was like a bad year, right? COVID and this and that, everything else is like coming off of all that. Yeah, everybody needed Doge. That was awesome. Not like a $45,000 Bitcoin, which was great. We enjoyed that. Angel enjoyed it. He's been invested since $7 or $8, in Bitcoin. But that was the dynamic everybody needed to step into. Oh, cool. What's a meme? Cool. It's a dog. Cool. That's exactly what we needed. And the memes have morphed, as has Doge. Sheeb, mighty Sheeb. Doge community, I guess, is going to be a little smoother, right? Doge community versus the Sheeb community. Trillion Sheeb. You guys know who that is? Trillion Sheeb. That's going to be Angel. 1 trillion Sheeb. I think it's like 20. What is it like? I have to do the details on. You guys add that up if you want to. There's a calculator online. I need to stay abreast of that information. So, I need to stay informed of that information. Not sure why we use that word like that. Huh. Anyway, on to things that make sense as we talk about just like the different technicals back to it. We're just excited Slim's around. What's up, Slim? I mean, yeah, not a lot of base campers get this kind of shout out either. It's like, oh, you've been around for 9 months. Oh, you did this and that. So I want to know where you caught Doge at, too. Did you catch it at like 007? Where'd you catch it? Me and my boys were out here at like 007. That's off the record and off the book, off everything here. So we want to know where you got into Doge at. And Pathfinder just hit our custom 86 on Doge. What's up, Pathfinder? So we got a little Doge crew. We know what's going on in the back. And, it's not the only thing we got going on. It hadn't been going on, which makes it interesting. Anytime something really slows down, I get more interested in it. When people stop being interested, it becomes more interesting to me. When they want to throw it out with the trash and they're embarrassed to talk about it, I almost want to live stream about it. I'm going to tell you, when people become embarrassed about it, you started buying it 4. That's good. Yeah, but you missed it just not by much, huh? Because it was at that 007 right before that lift off to 7. When it went 10x, then it went from 007 to 7, 10x, then it shot back down to 4 to 5 for a while. Then it was, it seemed like a long time, just a few months really, and then it really started cooking. That was nice in 2021. If you focused on Elon, or actually the coin Elon, or the specific coin Floki, etc., there were so many 10x's in. Yeah, Pathfinder, that custom 86 is super spicy. It's awesome. It is awesome. And talking about the just so many 10x coins in 2021, honestly, and it didn't become like this, but it was just, there were so many of them, it was just like throwing a dart at a wall. But you still had to know which one and from what level. It's like, could you, and that was the big question, could you really, really functionally attack all the different coins at the same time, right? Because there was just so much going on. I mean, it was like you had to stay focused on so many different coins. So it's kind of nice to have them have a fresh start in 2022. Let's say that for real, huh? Just to have a fresh start, to be able to say, okay, and it really, honestly, it feels like, okay, now we get to focus on this coin this year. It's like we needed a reset. There was just so much going on. Truth be known. So the prior cross trend line I had thrown up for Bitcoin was somewhere along the line of this cross trend line. And yeah, let's get into the candle work here. There we go. Resistance, support, support, resistance, support. And I threw this up to VIP. That worked out well in the back. That specific chart, that cross trend line. Literally, that was takeoff. Boom. Nice. It just takes a while, boom, to hit that trend line and go up. You guys have that in the back. Nice cross trend line. And it's interesting, right? When we look at this on Gate, I see a new one like immediately. So I can get back into that one. Let's see if I can redraw where we were just at. Let's get into it. We were discussing the idea of the bear flag, right? And in the context therein, we were discussing the difference between the bull flag, the bear flag, the different time frames, etc. What we have indicated on the candle wicks versus the lines. You can't even say Doge to the moon. You can't even say that. You know, unless you're VIP, right? Doge to the moon. That's it. I'm just going to say it. That's it right there. That's me being real. That's the true. That's it. That's how we roll. It may take a while. Go down to 0 before you go up to the moon, Doge. Please go to 0. We'd be so happy if you literally go to almost absolute 0. Be great. We are one of those groups. He's here. The man is here. Hey, Angel's in the house. Angel has made my weekend. You guys have no idea. Angel, my man, we got to do a lot of stuff now. You guys get ready. We're gonna have a good time. I'm so happy he's here. Let's see what kind of music we got. Let's yo. Hey, Angel, my man, what's up? Let's get some music. Let's get some fun music. I want to throw on some good tunes. Let me see what we got here. Angel is in the house. What is up, brother? It's so nice to have you. You have just made my weekend. You made all the VIPs weekend, just showing up, saying what is going on. Yo. We got Luke shouting out. Luke shouting out. Angel shouting out. Angel is in the house, guys. Let's do a Okay. Angel, man, we had to just shout out big time. Big time we had to shout out. Got to get that groove going. VIP in the house. VIP number 1. Guys, VIP number 1 is Angel Matos. You know that. Invested in Bitcoin since $7.79. More important than anything, my friend. Missed you, brother. So exciting to see you. What is up? What is up? Very exciting. And we got... Let's see. Just want to throw everything on the board. Well, we had. The one thing I didn't do, and I have to do this because we haven't done this in a little bit, I just have to make sure we do this. That's some of the inventory that we have here at the VIP. Bottom line. It's just the truth. That's some of the inventory. In terms of the visuals, Bitcoin Bull, we have the Jet, which is sweet. We have the Bitcoin Satellite. Guys, it has a specific designation on it. The Bitcoin Satellite. Then we also have, what else we have, guys? The Bull, the Satellite. We have Angel Spaceman. Then we have the, you guys are going to like this. This is the big one. This is just what it is. So I'm excited enough to see Angel in the house. My brother, what's up? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Let's look at the, where is the specific? Now we're going to have to do this very carefully. VIP has more than enough time. Just so that you know, and everyone here knows, we have more than enough time in the 24 hours to have a great time and trade and book positive trades. We just do. And Angel is proof of that. He work hard, he play hard, he is the quintessential VIP. We're going to do this on 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Let me see if I can get this down, guys. 3, 2, and 1. UHD or whatever else, 5K, you are missing out. That is a nice rocket, without a doubt. So, Angel, you have shown up at a good time, brother. I trust. He always says he's always in the background. So I always trust he's in the background. What he tells me, I just trust it. So that's because I know him. I hope I know him well enough that when he says it, I just trust him. He says, I'm always in the background. I'm always there. So we're talking about the different. Now, we were actually talking about Doge, talking about Sheep, talking about a lot of stuff. I don't know. The algorithm, something may have gotten your attention. Not sure. That Doge talk, huh? Go to zero. It must have been instinctual for Angel. Go to zero and then go up. And somehow Angel just comes out of the woodwork. He is Mr. Value. As we talk, I'm just telling you guys, as you talk about, look at Bitcoin. You know, look at the preceding price of Bitcoin. Because this is beautiful, guys. Check this out. We're going to talk about this real quickly. Not to solely focus on, I mean, everyone here has a good story. This is the story of Bitcoin that we're going through right now. Look at all this. You would have been like, man, I really, really, really wanted to get in right here. I just wanted to get in right here. You guys pay attention. This is just funny, right? You just know it's like, I mean, if I could have just gotten in right here, man, right? Yeah, well, right there is, because look at the entirety of the wave, right? It's like, man, nobody got in there. Or the ones that did were so lucky. What did they, where were, yeah, look at this. They're up, 3,000, 4,000%. They maxed out at almost 7,000%. Man, yeah. Now, Angel's the good story here in terms of Bitcoin. And I always like to go through some Bitcoin good stuff for him because it's not right there. Angel got in. That's like $800. That's like $1,000. They got in too high. They got in way too high. Angel got in right. Let's see this, guys. Look at this. Below here. Just incredible. Like, Angel got in down. Guys, you realize this. Angel got in down here. That's the coolest chart you could ever have associated with you. Is literally, now, yes, he could have gotten in, and sometimes I give him a hard time. It's like, man, you could have gotten in at a penny, right? Like, he understands that I'm having fun with him, right? But look at this, guys. Look at this. I'm just not real impressed. It could have been a penny, right? Like, whatever, right? $7. Look at this. This is the bar none. $7.63 is close, okay? I'm not sure if the coordinates will let me do this. 7.79. Look at this. Let's just do this because it's important as we talk about Doge going down, everything going down, like to the extent it could. Look at this. Boom. 7.79 right here. Look at that price action. I mean, come on, guys. Look at that chart. I mean, that's an incredible chart just that year. Look at this. Boom. That's 20,000% right there. That's a 200x right there. 200x in 6 months. Boom. That is sweet, Angel. 200x in 6 months. Dang. Now, of course, you could have gotten it in at a penny. But, I'm not going to. 200x in 6 months. Nobody's going to argue about that. Sweet. So, yes, that is the story. That is beautiful. That's what we're looking at. Bitcoin. So, yes, we may look at Doge, we may look at Shiba, we may look at some of the other alts. Angel, I went through a real good, just a good brief recap on some of the altcoins to start off the kind of the session here in terms of the TA, just so you know. We're discussing the notion of a bear flag just because technically it's there, and I want to discuss it. We were talking about Gate versus some of the other coins, and the important thing I discussed on Gate, some of the features only really unlock on a higher processor computer, which you have. You have that 3090, hugely important high process computer. So that that Citadel functionary, the nice one, the Asus, that'll run everything that Gate wants you to run. So, and some of those functions are kind of interesting to unlock or have unlocked. They're kind of cool on Gate. Very different than anything else you'll experience on a different computer. So, the function of the bear flag move to the downside on Gate. I'm getting the impression that we would have to really incorporate more of the price action. Right? We'd have to incorporate more of the price action in terms of, and we'll just take a look at this as compared on Trading View versus Gate. Okay. We'd have to incorporate more of the price action on the way down relative to the actual, let's just talk about the relative size of, or the width or amplitude, let's say the amplitude of the actual channel formation here. We would really expect the only way that we're going to get around this real blocky look to it. It's a block look to the flag, right? It's the proportions are completely out of line. And let's see what we got. Yeah, we expect the bull flag to be here, right? We expect it to be about like that. If it's got this degree of a block to it, we expect it to really be something like that. Okay? So to the extent that we have a larger block operating as a flag, we are going to expect to incorporate more of this specific run to the downside. Makes sense? Preserve the proportionality of it, etc. Angel, we're so excited that you're here. I know you're around. I know you're here. Well, we got Slim Good. That would be amazing. Lucky man, Angel. Angel the man. Welcome. Boom. My brother. Boom. There we go. I got to chat with Angel just a little bit. Boom. So nice to have you here. Here, sir. Any chart I can get for you? It wasn't always that easy. Pathfinder. Imagine, huh? Imagine early days of Bitcoin. Angel needs to write a book. He probably doesn't want to, but any chart I can get for you. Boom. For you. Boom, boom. Man, we got to get Dot up and out. You know this. Dot has got to get up and out. Everybody, I did the video on Dot. That was one that's like, it's a good-looking bull flag. Like, dang, it's a good-looking bull flag. XRP in the back. That was the other one. I'm like, man. Angel saying it wasn't always easy, that easy for him. Hey, London. Hey. Very nice to have you here, Angel. As always, this is Tu Casa, hombre. Hermano, this is Tu Casa. So, literally, I mean, it's Tu Casa, hombre. Looking at the framework of Bitcoin, as you see a lot of your other altcoins, some of them are just down in the dumps, and we're talking about Doge, we talk about Sheeb, anything, Link, Chainlink, VeChain, some of these that are just falling off of a cliff. Angel has seen them go. He's seen like Bitcoin, he's seen it go and then really go and then pick back up. It's just the inherent characteristic of crypto, a good project, something with a following, etc. If it drops, it just wants to pick back up. Very interesting dynamic. I'd say, it feels like an exclusive dynamic to crypto, does it not? As we would approach kind of what are the inherent characteristics of crypto that make it attractive to us. Believe it or not, and we're talking about Bitcoin right now. We love to talk about Bitcoin. Angel in the house. As we talk about, it's the fall off and the recoup. The attractive part of Bitcoin is this right here, bam. It's this, believe it or not, the move from here to here, bam, and then it's the move here, bam. It's not just this. The additionally attractive feature of it is you talk about a low price. Boom. We love that. We absolutely love that. It has to happen that way. Just has to. This, boom. We love that. That's cash, money in the bank. And what else do we love? Boom. Straight down, just wham. And then we love what, guys? We love this feature of Bitcoin, wham. So it's that volatility. It's the ability of it to collapse. I just said it. Love it. The ability of it to collapse. Bring it. Bring the collapse if you can. If anybody could just push a button and make it collapse, it'd be great. And I say, why would I say that like it's a good thing, but this is where the money's at. And Angel knows. It looks like you sent me a text. You know, the money is at the recoup. Now, if it wants to perpetually go up, that's great as well. Copy that. Let me look at the text real quickly. Angel sent me a text. What do we got? Let me see. No text. No text. Just checked. Make sure. Let's see. Make sure right number. Let's see what we got. Let's get your money. Slim says money's on Doge, but he watches the Bitcoin chart on TradingView. That's cool. It's just I like the technicals on Bitcoin. There's been there's some different, like SHIB, Doge, etc. Some of these coins did so well they lay waste to the comparative in 2021. They bring you back further in like the history of Bitcoin to really have comparable returns. But Bitcoin was there, guys. That's part of the understandings of the framework of some of these altcoins. And as much as they'll give it to you, a lot of them like to just rip it. You get into some real aggressive technicals. If you have like a compound, a trading compound, I mean that. You need a compound to aggressively tackle some of these altcoins. You got to be focused 24/7. You got to have the alerts on, the alarm, right? Everything has to be digitized. Your life has to be digitized for a while. If you're really going to aggressively go after all of us. We traded Dogecoin very successfully. You guys remember how many hours did we stream? Just all the time. So, nice, long, slow, long landing strip, right? Boom, take off. Yeah, Bitcoin's nice. It becomes familiar once you figure out some of the tricks of the trade on Bitcoin. It becomes not really easy, but it becomes like understandably easy enough, right? Let's dig into a different time frame just for a bit, and let's look at what else Gate has for us. So we're looking at that specific idea, the specific notion of this bear flag. I wanted to see if anything else rears its head up on Gate that would not appear on TradingView. I just want to know at this point. Okay. That's interesting to me. That line right there is interesting to me. I'm going to just draw for a second in terms of what on Gate is hitting me that doesn't hit me on TradingView. You guys know, just do the comparatives. I'm just going to tell you Gate has better technicals. Yes, than TradingView. And I know TradingView is the number one. You get the top level of membership, the Premier, the Pro, etc. But just take a look at Gate. You'll be impressed. There's a reason that we refer to it so frequently. It's a quality deal. Let's quality interface. Let's see what we have in terms of. Let me get back to this here. Let's see anything else that we have. And we may do some additional, just kind of. I'm interested in this support to resistance function here, and we've covered so many of these lines. Just on Gate, this is This is an issue. It's a nice cross trend line on gate. So I just want to lay that out. We also have the Fibonacci's. I don't want to completely rebuild a gate chart right now, but I just want to say in the context of looking for a bull flag versus a bear flag, what are the indications on a more specific or more finely tuned, I'd say, exchange where we might have some additional clues or indications. We'll go through. Let me go through just. We'll do the retracement. Let's get the retracement up. We'll look at the. Let's go to coordinates. Let me drop this to ground zero. In terms of the. Let's look at this. Boom, 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 boom. It's just it is accuracy. When you look at gate, it's so highly specific. It's very nice to work with. Nice hits on the 50% retracement. Nice hit on the 38.2. Just really highly specific. A touch off of that 23.6 on top. And we would dig into another level of the fib. Let's see, just going the intermittent high to intermittent low. Let's see what we have. The golden pocket, always having to add in, usually having to add in the 65th. It doesn't come by default, nor does the 86. Okay, I have the 86 programmed onto here, but the 65th and the 86 need to be added into the structure of your retracement. This looks easy, doesn't it? Right now, this just looks easy. For VIP, etc., it's like you know 100% how to approach this, without a doubt. It's just we have covered so much in terms of trading. It's literally just easy. What gets you into the mindset of it's more difficult than that are the times or moments where you've decided you want to put the whole ranch into it. You know, I have decided I'm going to make 40,000% this week, and I need to put the whole ranch into it. Imagine just telling your banker that, sir, I think maybe you should think about that. But if that's what you've decided, I mean, that's the thinking that gets people in trouble. Are the trades that they can't back up with, let's say, with a degree of is that good, that white here, with you know, not being able to really double or triple down into something. That was one of the things that Angel really, I think, as I recall, you getting to know me and everybody around here, etc. It was one of the things that really caught on with him. I know the entirety of the community as well. We kept talking about doubling and tripling down. And everyone was talking about, you know, maybe people will talk about it from here or there now, or they'll bring it up in a different context. But everyone here, all the VIPs here, found a lot of value in that. And yes, you could trade specific patterns. We talk about a bull flag or a bear flag differently, you know. But these are the essentials that we use to cover the volatility to the point that any expression to the upside is money, period. It doesn't have to be guessed at. Any expression to the upside is money. Any expression to the downside, increasing your position at another level of the Fibonacci, you're getting more coins at less of a cost, right? Your cost basis, I might say, is going down. Compounding into the lower levels of the fibs. That's our bread and butter here. Applies beautifully to Dogecoin. Applies beautifully to. And as I start to do this, everyone would say, well, that's not really sophisticated. You're not really trading. Now you do this over here. Boom. Bring this over to here. And say, well, we just did this here into these lower levels here. You know, you ask people what were they doing? They were really trading. I see. So you had price go down into pick up heavy amounts of cash and deliver up to the top of the range. We had the lowest target in the community crypto, guys. It literally came down to get our target. Boom. So that increased exposure at a lower price yields, the framework currently, and it's just not always as attractive, right? Because, well, people want more of their money to go to work. And that's the issue. It's never, can you make money in the market? That's not the question. It's just not the question. If you want to make money, no problem. I just think that's easy to make money. It's how much money. I promise you every time. It has to be 99% plus of the amount of the time. Some people get in with the worst luck ever. I got into the market and the market fell apart the next day. Even then, that's more of an opportunity to make money. Right? The question becomes, well, how much money? Not can you make money, how much money can you make? If you have we'll just call it your alpha, that is being taken upon its course or its journey, right? And it's always that question, well, if this thing goes up tomorrow or in the next few hours, when I want to put all that in here, I need to make that much more money with all of my money, right? That's the issue that gets people out of line, right? So I always encourage you guys to have that heavy cash reserve, that double, triple, and when I say double down, sometimes it's 5 times the amount down. If you never trade with 5 times the amount of cash available for a lower level, you're not really trading. You are hoping it goes up. Man, you need it to go up. I mean, you can't, it has to go up. That's not really trading. When you have 5 times the amount of money here for like a golden pocket, and you are hoping that order gets filled. You want that order to get filled. You are so chill right now. You are relaxing. You are watching what goes on up here at this level, and there's money to be made and this and that. You cannot wait for it to get down to the golden pocket. You would be so happy if Bitcoin got down to 26,430. You'd be so happy. It's like on Dogecoin. You'd be so happy for Doge to get back down to 4 or 5 cents. Oh, man. Be great. I mean, if there were ever a double O on Doge, I'm going to tell you, if there were ever a double O on Doge again, we would be extraordinarily happy. It wouldn't matter if you had $100,000 in it now, guys. I'm going to tell you, it wouldn't matter if you had $1 million in it right now. Because at that level of investing, if you had a double O on Doge, most likely, I'm going to say most likely, and do not hold me to this, you may record this for playback at a later time, okay? It's impossible for me to give you financial advice on Doge. Now, and Angel shouting out to Slim Goody. What's up? Thanks, Angel. That's awesome. Slim just rejoining us as we talk about the fact if you could ever get a double O on Doge. I mean, price is 0.00 whatever, 9. Oh, man. You have no idea. It wouldn't matter, guys, what happened between now and then. It might be one of these situations, right? It might be some cataclysmic, near cataclysmic, situation in the market or something else, or a dried up, quote unquote, winter, whatever it would be, right? Okay. We wouldn't care. I personally wouldn't care. I'm going to tell you, never be overexposed at a higher price like right now. Like if you had $100,000 that ruined your day, that's not good. Or your year, it's not good. That's not the way you need to trade. That's not VIP. If you were to have $1 million in Doge right now, I am of the opinion it would not matter at all. If you achieved a double O on Doge. Now, why say that? Because the people here know that if Doge could go back to 009, 0.009, etc., forget the $1 million. If you're investing at that level, put $2 million into it. Watch what it does. Just in terms of, now, something, the cataclysmic, whatever could happen with crypto, the worst nightmare story you could invent, go for it. I'm just talking about lower prices. We love lower prices here. They draw us out of the woodwork. They literally unite us in so many ways. The runs to the upside we get supercharged about. We get excited. The potential for lower prices, man, everybody here gets excited. You want to see a lit up chat and everything else, Angel with the no fear zone, all this different stuff. We love low prices. Everything starts going up like, yeah. Okay. So everybody's, we're going to be making money. Okay. It's just the way we are. And so, if it's Slim in at Slim getting the pound fist bump back to Angel, nice. It's nice because this kind of defines who we are, and we don't have to sit or giggle about, well, maybe it'll go to 26, 4, 30, the worst scenario in the world. We don't have to go through that. We just know it's good times. You get it down lower, it's good times. Get Doge down to 0.009, good times. Could you knock another zero into? The founder of Bitcoin was Satoshi Nakamoto. I want to be the founder of something. You may call me knock another zero. I will be knock another zero into the price. That's what I would like to be known as. One of the best traders in the world, Mr. Knock Another Zero, right? That's just what I would like to, maybe a bad joke. I'd like to put another zero in front of let's say in every single price, so that it's like, I would like another zero. Everyone wants to kill a zero in SHIB. I'd like to knock another zero into SHIB, because I'll get it back, right? If I can knock two zeros into Doge, right? That'd be nice. So yes, Satoshi Nakamoto, which we're not sure who that is. Maybe it's what's the cool thing by what is Elon doing with the Toshiba, Samsung Toshiba, all of the Satoshi Nakamoto, huh? I'm just saying different words right now because I like to knock another zero. That's just me. Mr. Knock Another Zero. Yes. Yes, I need the price to go down. I want the price to go all the way down. Yes. Now, in terms of joking around, I don't know if they really made up Satoshi Nakamoto from the Samsung, Toshiba, the other audio company, and what was it? The two residuals, Motorola, Moto. Could be, maybe it's who knows? I do not know. But yeah, knock another zero. Get it in there. Look at this. Nice technicals. Samsung, Toshiba, and what was it? Satoshi. The third one I'm not real familiar with. It's the sound, the streaming sound function. Yeah. All right. Now, we are just cruise line sinker onto this golden pocket. You guys are aware of this right now, huh? We will not give this thing up. Look at this. We get into the fibs a little bit. We just reframe for a minute. You know how many hits we've had on this golden pocket? Good heavens. And look at this last. It's nice to be on gate. For the guys that are on gate, just nice, huh? 16 days. Last 16 days, you know how many hits we've had on this golden pocket? Now, we had to get up through here. So let's just say this. We count the ones on the way up. If you are involved, if you do your Fibonacci's a lot, they like to walk up the Fibonacci's, then walk down. So you don't count them as hits. It's just, it is still relevant that the hits were here on this golden pocket level. A lot of times when you're finding your specific retracement levels, that you'll need to see it walk up a level or 2 or 3 as you define your specific levels right now. I think that's fairly accurately stated, technically accurately stated. So that's not in a book. That's practicum, right? That's just what it is. So dip down below through that level. We're just cruising at that specific golden pocket. It changes everything to put our strategy on the board. It changes everything. 100%. It defines who we are, period. Simple stuff. And this is what people appreciate about this group. And you can FUD, you can this and that, you can dox me, you can dox whoever you want to. It's not going to change the fact that, like, this is solid stuff. Always covering your upside position. Your 86 custom. That's us. That's huge. And just never being overexposed. And what do we say? Buy at support, sell at resistance. Trade your patterns and hit your targets. So in addition to this, in addition to the targets that we're looking at, we're very concerned about support, resistance. We're concerned about patterns. So targets, yeah, it's part of the story. We just hadn't done this in a while. So while I'm on Gate, I just want to go through those details. Easy as 1, 2, 3, literally, huh? You guys know this, huh? You want to make money in Bitcoin? It's just it's not difficult. I see sometimes these advertisements, and they say, like, every time I cut a video, they start saying, thank you, hacker man, whatever they say, and I'm just like, what are they doing? Like, oh, I'm getting $9,000 a week now for whatever they're saying. It's like, no, it's not a hack. It's not anything. It's the real hack on the system is deploying a good strategy to best capture the volatility, as we would discuss the preceding nature of the volatility of Bitcoin. And yes, that volatility is operating at a different level. And yes, that volatility can operate at a higher level. So, without a doubt. And yes, we would prefer it to make a pit stop to a lower level. Without a doubt. So, looking back in familiar territory on the weekly, this is our 100 weekly moving average. Nice to see the 200 weekly moving average. You hear everybody reference this now. I hear like CNBC reference this now. This 200, that 200 moving average. Nobody was referencing that. You will recall that, huh? Remember that heat map I would throw on. Nobody knew what the 200 weekly moving average was back in this zone. Like, it could. That's the base level right here, 14,000. Nice to see. CNBC people picking up on this now. Everybody's picked up on this now. The 200. 100 and the 200. Well above that on the weekly. So, interesting dynamic to differentiate in terms of that specific weekly function, as we would talk about let's get into man, everybody got me in the mood to talk Doge. I don't know why. It's just close, man. Doge, Sheeb. I mean, man, I could just stream those. I honestly could just stream those all day long. That's what I love to do. I love streaming that stuff. Bitcoin's slow, but you guys know we spent some lonely nights there with Doge. Whew. I mean, Sheeb is nice. Sheeb lets you know 2-3 times a year you're about to make, you're about to put a zero in your account. That's nice. Sheeb just kind of wakes up and says, hey, by the way, you put another zero in your account in the next, 10 to 14 days if you'd like to. Maybe 3 weeks. It's nice. At least double it, So this framework here, we've looked all throughout Gate. We didn't see anything really surprising other than a real good recapture in terms of the essentials of let's look at this, the essentials of our specific approach, what makes us different than the rest of the group. Huh? We got Slim just joining our base camp. Excited to see that. And looking at Doge. I want to see Doge. I want to see what it's doing on Gates. It's 2018. Yeah, that's what I talk about. If you can get it to double low, you look at it like, nah, it's not getting to double low. That's low. Look at this. Boom. That wants to get probably not there, guys. It'd have to lose another 91%. it would take a heck of a crypto winter. Just record me and play it back for me only, if nothing else, because I want to be reminded if it ever goes down 91% to double low anything, I should put a significant amount of cash into it. And I'll be reminding everybody to do that, like I reminded people this last time. Even big-time hitters, they did not want to hear it. Like, man, did you know that Elon Musk and this and that? Did you know that Dogecoin? Did you know? Man, these guys were like pros. Some of them couldn't stand it. And that's okay that they couldn't stand it. It did go up 10x after the discussions. They just couldn't invest in it. They wouldn't do it. Oh. They go to a dog track, they won't invest in Doge. Anyway, it's not the same thing, but looking at this specific formation, just to have a little bit of fun on Friday night. We got Angel in the house. What's up? Angel having a good time. Brought out the rocket, brought out the spaceman, brought out the satellite. Man, all kinds of good stuff. The bull brought the Bitcoin bull out. In the discussion, in the midst of the framework of this specific, I'll spend more time on Gate, guys. I'll go through Gate a little bit more and more depth off the record. I would encourage you guys to do that as well. Number one platform for technicals. Otherwise, I wouldn't recommend anybody. Look at it. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, Angel saying he didn't understand, Slim Goody, that previous comment. Angel chatting with you. Cohiba lighters. You guys know I have Cohiba lighters for the VIP. Where's AJ Crypto? Where is AJ? AJ, we are summoning you. Where are you? Longest time VIP around. Elon Musk tweet the other night. That's right. I was talking about Elon Musk's tweet the other night. And I assume, let's see this. Let's go here. Elon. Let's go to Elon Musk. There it is. The Samsung Toshiba Satoshi Nakamichi is a sound company. Nakamoto. Satoshi Nakamoto. Satoshi Nakamoto. Knock another zero. So, yeah, cool tweet, huh? That's pretty neat. Satoshi Nakamoto. Huh. Knock another zero. Let's see what we got on. Let's continue this diagnostic path we're on. All right. You're welcome. Yeah, that's a cool tweet. It's a really cool tweet, huh? And just leave it to Elon to do this kind of cool stuff, huh? For whatever you would say, yes or no, whatever. Satoshi Nakamoto. I don't know what this guy's up to, huh? At some point you got to ask, what has Elon done? What is he doing? And then at some point, I don't know. He maybe has something to do with something of inventing or nothing. And if he didn't, if he's making rockets that are this nice, he may have already taken over Bitcoin or have them all, or we're not sure. Pretty cool. Cool rockets. We like that stuff. We have nice rockets here too. Angel Air is creme de la creme. Nice stuff, guys. So as we would look at the charts, I'm just doing some exploratory work on Bitcoin. It helps us to do this. That seems to be indicated, right? Seems like we have a bit of a curl feature, as we would talk about, and we brought this up a few days ago. Let's look at kind of the arc. That arc feature is very interesting. That Bitcoin likes to do. And it's not always that it follows 100% in line with its current formation, right? But it is that it definitely likes to express this elliptical arc formation, without a doubt. Now, that's on the invert. Probably wouldn't have seen it on the regular. I probably wouldn't have seen that. To the extent that it's counter, let's say it's contraindicated with any kind of standardized additional function with traditional straight line formations, great. No problem. But while we're exploring some of the technicals, particularly this zone in here, because this is very clear, this 4 hourly, you get into this notion, and I tell you, traders don't like it. We just there's something about it. We read that page of the book. We studied that year in whatever we're looking at. We got that. No, I get it. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits along this specific curve. It's there. I get it. It's the problem that we have with it is we as traders, and you guys pick up on this, we as traders do not want to be held responsible for trading that looks like this. At the end of it, I really believe that's the core function that's going on here with our resistance to this. First of all, it doesn't fit in well within, or additionally, it doesn't fit well within the scope of anything predictable beyond a curtailment, right? We would prefer to have straight line functions, the most popular patterns on the map, like staring at us, like the highest probability, etc. So there is that notion. It's not a traditionally recognized, highly probable pattern. Got it. We also, there's something about it. When I trade this, I'll respect it, but I don't want to necessarily be responsible, okay, for having built this. There's something about this. I don't want to be responsible for that, because in the context of, and see, I can understand the wicks a little bit better. The wicks right here, just a flat top resistance achieved, right? Here, boom. I'm good with this. Let's look at the traders involved. That's something I can kind of take some credit or some I can take into a more serious account. Yeah, the traders are here. We're pushing up. We're letting off of it. We're letting off the throttle right here. Boom. We're taking. Boom. Taking. Boom. Taking early. Okay. Boom. Even here, different cross trend line. I'll take it. Right. But when we get into something that seems like it's beyond the clear take, and it's still something, and this is the overall, this is my hesitation towards identifying with anything that's elliptical like this, okay, is it's indicative potentially of some sort of another, maybe a mass psychology of the market. It's not just me and how I'm planning to perform with the market. There's something else that's kind of bending through the framework of the market. And honestly, as I talk about it, my real hesitation is that because we have the candle wicks here, it seems a little bit artificial. It seems artificially imposed. Now, I know it is on the 4 hourly, but that makes it even a little bit more difficult to really digest, is that on a specific time frame, we traders are literally expressing something that looks like this. I look at it and I'm like, what are we doing? Right? I can take I'm fine with the candle wicks. Just let's go through the psychology of the market. It is psychology, so we're paying attention to it. Right? I'm fine with a flat line. There's no problem on the candle wicks. A little bit of variation across the top, no problem. JP Morgan spilled out, an order on Bitcoin. Okay, we had a little variation here, we want to be able to explain things. But the notion that on some 4 hourly chart, every 4 hours, we are expressing something that looks like this, I don't know, guys. I'm not sure I really want to, there's something that's beyond the mere technical that is represented within that I don't want to surrender my ability to to fully be informed in the market and participate in this portion, right? Were it to take another jaunt this way or another jaunt this way. And there's just, it's that's a level of unexplained territory that we get into, the facets of the psychology of the market and the mass participation, the buyers and sellers on a specified time frame, really, because we're getting, it's detailed stuff. But I have a personal hesitation with really wanting to identify with something like this. If you do too, no problem. I get it. Not that it's not technically sound. There is, buyers are expressing an increase and then a decrease in momentum. I get it. I understand it technically 100%. But the notion of it, as I'm talking about kind of maybe some of the hidden parameters of the chart right now, because I'm going through something that's a little bit heavy, okay? I'm going through a bear flag. Angel, I'm so glad you tuned in, brother. I'm so glad you're here. Phew. Big relief, brother. I didn't hear back from you. I think you got busy with family or whatnot, but I had said that, to some extent, Bitcoin's, and I just, for people who are long, just Bitcoin's, the overall chart is close to looking like, a bit rough. This is a nice bull flag 8 days a week, right? I brought up the candle wicks. We went over to Gate to see if we could find anything else. I don't see anything else in Gate, per se. I just don't. Assessing the risk, because we've been talking about risk. I wanted to have a discussion on risk, right? Past several days. So, looking at, let's say the hourly. Let me go to the lines. Yeah, the lines seemed better conformed on Gate. Let's see here. Gate's just going to do this to me. But I spent a little time with the technicals on Gate. Let me copy this. Get this up here. Bam. It is still there. Now, this is the other, and this is an equally, it's a bearish pattern, okay? This will be a bearish pattern, a rising wedge. And as we talk about risk over the last few days, it's not to dismiss with the bullish features that are in the market at all. If we get lower prices, we'd be more than happy. If I could find a way to get the price down here for you guys, I would do it literally with one. You wouldn't even have to ask me. I would push the button to get the prices lower for you guys quicker than you could imagine. Okay? So in terms of my overall, willingness to provide market participants value, I'm there. I get it. We understand lower prices are the name of the game, and I'd get it there and immediately up as quickly as I could, right? As low as I could get it and as high as I could get it thereafter. Maximum levels of volatility. That's the prescription for profit. Maximum levels of volatility. So, yes, someone ordered Bitcoin, without a doubt. Maximum levels of volatility. Look at this. Boom, boom. Altcoins, without a doubt. There's maximum levels of volatility. And I just bring this up tonight because, and I've prefaced this the last few days a little bit if you've kind of listened between the lines on some things that I've talked about. And just remind yourselves, if I ever bring you a pattern, it's because it's in play. Always you're going to need the breakout scenario. You're going to need the breakout. You're going to need your qualifications, your confirmation, etc. If I cut a quick video, it's because I want you to know, like for instance on Luna, largest inverse head and shoulders on the map, guys. It's a huge inverse head and shoulders. You just can't, if you guys are busy doing other things, you need to at least know that it's there. Maybe like, well, London brought it to our attention. It didn't play. Beautiful. Great. I want you to know it's there in the market to where if it does or doesn't play, we may have another one that may or may not play in the next 2 or 3 days, weeks, or months. We need to remind ourselves of that. That's what a sophisticated trading group, is about. That's what VIP is about. So, looking at the okay. And I guess the overall question, we would have cut through this framework, right? on Bitcoin, I spend a lot of time dealing with the technicals off the clock, technically off the clock with you guys. Sometimes if I'm not DMing in the restricted zone, etc., I'm literally doing stuff like this all the time. It's good we can talk about the details, go through the possibilities, ramifications, etc. I mean, this is one heck of a chart right here. You guys looking at this chart on Bitcoin. Look at this. It's a very interestingly laid out chart. You guys get that? This wedge formation. If you've been trading for a while, you like this. Two. And the fact that you have a bear flag sitting up on the outside of a hello earth to the traders. This is why guys with shorts, they're excited. They may get laid waste. They literally may have waste. Absolutely, they may just get absolutely pan-fried on this one. And this is, it's just I had to flip it. I had to do the journey here. Looking at this level of support, boom. We're back to square one now. This is square one from right when we had this big colossal pour down from that double top we called, right? It's a nice chart. Luke, I know you like this, huh? Boom, 10,000. Boom, 30,000. October 2020. July 21st, 2021. Boom. Okay? 65,000, 69,000. This is sweet. It's just nice. If you trade a lot, you love this. You know what we are looking at. And most people don't want to say it because it's unpopular to say it. We're doing a risk assessment. I just want to give, give me, I would say okay, you got a portfolio, son. You got to tell our kids about your portfolio and all the risk involved. It's like, give me the biggest client. Let me just hammer teeth on this one. This is it. It's like the sky is not falling. We've canceled the meeting. You don't need to tell your biggest client about it anymore. Huh? Honestly, you would just say, well, that's. All right. So looking at level of support, level of resistance, real clear. It's like we're busting out of a. This is so easy, huh? This is just a textbook, guys. We're busting out of a falling wedge. Just look at this the way it is right now. Imagine this is not Bitcoin. We've inverted scale. Falling wedge, bullish, supposed to go up here. Great breakout. We've literally formulated a bull flag to bust through this thing. Everyone's happy. Everyone's ready to make some money. We got longs everywhere. Tons of long positions. I want to see if I could formulate anything like I'd really prefer to be able to, just so you know, formulate something where this bull flag were tucked underneath the line of resistance, okay? I'd really like to be able, if you guys trade a lot, you know why I'm saying that. It would be much more natural for us to bust through something if we had more of an apparent, I'd say, secondary line of resistance to accompany this. And we don't necessarily. So that's noted. All right, that's noted. And let me see if this pushes through. Well, we have wanted to get up and out of there, huh? Interesting look, guys. Interesting look. And the interesting market parameters that we've had on this. I'm going to look at Luna and DOT in just a minute for the VIP and particularly for Angel, our number one VIP in the house. Nice to have you here this evening. You look at how aggressively this tried to pick up into this zone. Executive order, war, different things. It's still a nice chart. In terms of PR people shorting the market probably wanted something a little heavier in terms of the executive order. Technically speaking, you're looking at a recoup right now. Okay, you're looking at a recoupment trade because things were really, really down and out on this. You had a rising wedge on Bitcoin. Just take a look at this. You had a rising wedge on Bitcoin. You've already formulated a bear flag that is on the outside, for the most part, is on the outside of the specific line of support. That red line I've had. You guys know that, huh? We have a bear flag down and outside of that red line. That's a big deal, guys. That's like no joke. That's like people squaring up for some shorts, lining up around the block for shorts. Technically speaking, guys, just technically speaking, they're excited about this. We got a bearish pattern, perfect. We got a bear flag on the way out the door of a bearish pattern. Boom. What do we have in the way? Well, that's the one thing they wouldn't want to talk about, right? That's the one thing they wouldn't want to talk about. We say buy at support, sell at resistance. Trade your patterns and hit your targets. Because that's the most unfavorable, I always talk about, and in a downtrend, your Fibonacci's are your resistance if you're shorting. Okay? Your Fibonacci's operate as your resistance. Your real resistance of going down are your Fibonacci's. Those are your standard levels of support. Your targets. People coming in here to buy. Boom. Boom. People want to buy. And the resistance because you're trading down. And you can accumulate. I mean, there's no problem approaching the entire market long. It's not like we're, nothing requires you to trade both sides of the equation here. And there's enough volatility quickly enough here that you can definitely get by being either long or short on the market. You got ripped up going short here at all. Got to know when to back off. At least gauge your exposure. But you can do very well on the short or long side of the equation. So exploring this, the biggest notion that we would have that are backing off the shorts right now is this primary level, this 50% level. It just is. And it's so psychologically frameworked into the preceding, this 50% drop here, right? So we would look at that 53% thereabouts, to that 50 to the from the 65,000 to the 29,750, right? We have this psychological level and understanding that at 50% we're picking up. 50% we're ready to pick up. We've had that same, if you guys traded this, if you were here, I'll leave these areas out. I don't have to. We could talk about that all the time. I think they're sore subject. If you didn't trade any of this at all, you probably don't like it. So I don't talk about it that much. And we were live for this. The bear flag has got to get through a hurdle of the 50%. The 50% was the key pickup preceding July 2021. That's 60 days sideways. Boom. Pickup. Like a reinforced level. So that's about what we got. Risk assessment. You're gonna have to get through this. You got a great pattern right here, bearish. You got a great pattern. All right. That's me making some leaps, looking past a few things. Okay. Everything could be interpreted completely differently. All right. 100% differently. I get to an ascending triangle very quickly. However, because we are where we are in the formulation right now and we're relatively close to this specific line of support along the bottom, boom, that a breakdown could occur. Okay? A breakdown of this flag, if measured to the downside, okay, would put you at Ballpark 28,502. Okay? Just ballpark 28,502. Will it get there? Will it pick up the orders? And people want to guarantee they don't want to cover themselves with a strategy. And if I told you the answer, you may not want to hear it, right? Or you may want to hear it. The guys who want the answer to the, they want the key to the book, to the future, to the what's really going to happen. They do not. To tell you the truth, they do not. Because then they're at the bank getting more money out. Then they're missing their Christmas dinner because they're at the bank. Then they're no longer paying attention to their kids. I'm telling you guys, I see this a lot, oddly enough. They're not going to the, football game, Johnny's football game. They're at the bank. I need to focus on this. It's like, man, and shouldn't have told you anything. It's just like, chill out. Just enjoy your life, man. Go to Johnny's football game. Go to the cheerleading practice. Do whatever you have to do. Which, the biggest blessing that you think you could want can sometimes turn into a curse. So let's go through maybe Luna or DOT. Prepared to operate at the golden pocket like nobody's business on Bitcoin. Like exposure now, yes, to a move to launch up. Beautiful. No problem. Happy to do so. But as I look at a pattern, I'm not going to ignore a blatant pattern. Doesn't make me right or wrong. It makes me a market participant, a logical market participant, to look at a pattern and for us to discuss it. There's no emotion here. There's zero wasted energy on an agreement or a disagreement here. It just doesn't happen with VIP. It is what it is. A lower price is beautiful. A higher price is great when you have had exposure to a lower price. Period. It's just the market. We don't get emotional about it. We have no time for that. Green in the market today. Luna. Went over this a bit earlier today. I put a video out, just a kind of a front and center warning. Shout out to Angel. What's up, brother? Angel knows I can paint these things on DOT. It's just, it's a beautiful thing, isn't it, Angel? We have to give just some sort of a Thanksgiving, huh? Big thumbs up. All right, VIP. We have to be thankful. Just to paint like on DOT. No bragging. Just these are my targets on DOT. Like from 50 days ago. Just it's beautiful to see the way the market interacts with targets. They're not Fibonacci. They're just my core targets. Boom, boom, boom. I just like it because it's money. That's the idea of the market, is to make money. So I like it when my targets are literally bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Catch the bottom of the bull flag. And it's just so interesting between the take and the give and this and that and the trade. Well, what are you supposed to do with the, you're back at your target? You have lighter exposure than you would have had if you had double, triple down into this, right? If you had achieved on DOT. Let's look at DOT real quick. Look at Luna in a second. Boom. Top line expression. And Polkadot, guys, went up. If you didn't catch my video, just talking about, and we're in a market. We have to explain. Polkadot went up 410 to 20%. Boom. It's had great price action. It's a nice ecosystem that is in play, that has some ownership interests, or let's say some institutional levels of interest. It's well regarded. It's a clean project. I won't say that about all of the accompanying projects or surrounding projects, but Polkadot itself is a clean project. I give it credit for that. Looking at these targets, bam, bam, bam. Not much really else to be said other than a clear breakout of a bull flag. To the extent that there's a deficit in the bull flag, it would be the breach here on this original flagpole, the run-up. Because this kind of, let's see this. Let's get into the 1 hourly real quickly. I'll go back to Luna. 1 second. I came here because we were talking about targets. on Luna because we came up with the targets. I came up with targets on Luna at $4.60. That would or 4.06. We all have whatever we need to go back to the stream, but we have the low period, the low boom on Luna before it went up to it went galactical, intergalactical. Very nice. So I came over to dot because look at the dot targets. Boom, boom, boom. It's just sweet, man. If you guys trade, that's sweet. That is just laying that out beforehand is moolah. It is dinero. It is what is up. Very exciting. I'm so pleased when something like that works out well. Because I remember Angel showed up and he was like, this was after New Year or something. You said, tell me about DOT. And I'm just so excited that I was able to fashion that. Boom, 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 boom. Nice. And didn't pull the trigger here because a lot of people wanted they wanted DOT to go bull. Like, no, I don't see it right now. It's not technically conforming. So that's a big feather in our hat. That's great. And if the next one is, if the next one doesn't work out as accurately, then hey, that's also the market. If we get some alternation. Sometimes it's not whether things work out or not. It's what you had to say about the fact that they just did or not. Alternation. That sounds like something the New York Institute of Finance would say. It's inherent sometimes for things not to quote unquote work out. Inverse head and shoulders on Luna. Beautiful run up. And we refer back to, we could have referred, it dates me. You guys know this. It dates me to not talk about Luna at 37 cents. Now imagine the haters at that point. Or Luna just at $4.60. Or 4.06, right? The retracements. Luna, one day you're going to get to the point, it's 37 cents. It's going to be well on its way up and above. We talked about Luna. I want to distinguish it. Largest bullish feature right now on the map in the market that I can find of a respectable, well-regarded coin. Luna's got it, guys. Inverse head and shoulders. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Left shoulder, head. Double head formation, no problem. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Still within technical conformance to see this. No problem. Now we backed off of a breakout, and I did a video because whether or not it satisfies, it completes to the upside, you need to know there's an inverse head and shoulders of a magnitude that needs to be discussed. The same that Phantom needs to be discussed. The same that let's say Harmony 1 needed to be discussed, at least discussed, right? When it was pushing up towards the top. Same with Rose or Near or Dusk even needed to be discussed. Same that XRP needed to be discussed. I mean, just the same. Luna and DOT essentially at the helm right now of the ETF coins. Nice. So this amplitude, we would expect that to carry up. Let's just do a little bit of a reframe. We'll just do the now we had just barely gotten out on the lines, around on the candle wicks, rather, pardon. On the candle wicks. We're going to go through an interesting feature currently in play on Luna here in 2 seconds. And you got to know that we love Luna here. Because I kind of feel like Luna's a great project. It would be really a great project if we were like their designated traders or something. I don't know. Because we have put a lot of attention and have had a lot of success in 2021. That's the only thing I can say about Luna. It might be a little bit better if we were like their designated traders. Like their go-to trade group. I don't know. Somehow if we could work something out with Terra. And maybe we could do that. That shows you how much I like Luna. It's funny, huh? They got a group. So looking at the carry up function to the point of breakout would just put us right at that line of resistance. $146 indicated. Now, within the componentry framework breakout 4 hourly, would be nice to see a 4 hourly candle set above, well out and above. And I say that a little hesitantly because you got that, and then it recapitulated. So that was a little tough. Not very nice. You had the candle set out and above, and then it set as a doji. So doji, potential reversal, etc. It's just, it did, and it does. That is the market. It's the market looking at $145 Luna and saying, well, I guess not today, huh? Let's not go run up there right now. But it's that close, guys. You saw, I mean, look at the candle, huh? How am I not going to bring that to you guys? I have to bring it to you. That's what is that, daily? Yeah, look at the actual 4 hourlies that we had above. I'm gonna have to go get some more coffee here in a second. Line of neckline, essentially, guys. The pivots between the two. Let's look at this. We have the two pivots on either side of the head and both shoulders, right? Inverse head and shoulders. Shoulders, head formation. Real easy. I'm going to draw this out just to make sure everybody gets it. Head and shoulders is what? Literally two shoulders and a head formation. I'm literally doing this so that no one here is ever confused. They literally have studied this at the Federal Reserve level. Okay? The Federal Reserve. It is indicated the left shoulder, the right shoulder, and the head formation. Okay? I'm doing that to make sure everyone here understands it. That is the requirement for head and shoulders. We want balanced symmetry between the right shoulder and the left shoulder, and the market will tolerate moves like this. Just so you know, it will tolerate moves like this. Okay? So we had the breakout requirement on the 4 hourly. We had the breakout requirement on the daily, except for the fact that it was a reversal candle. Okay? Ideal, not ideal. What I'm going to discuss is probably what was weighing on the minds of the traders at the time, at least mine. But I have to bring it to your attention. It's the largest bullish pattern in the market. It's the most aggressive bullish pattern that was on the map at that moment. We had multiple bull flags as well. Yeah, we were looking at a 50%, 47% move to the upside. I just marked that. There we go. So the issue with Luna right now is, and you want to get into discussion on Elliott Wave, not quite yet. Not quite yet into the Elliott Wave analysis. A lot of VIP traded Luna on the way up. Without a doubt. Way to go, VIP. That's awesome. Let's see what we got. 1 second. All right. We appreciate you guys listening to our stream. If you would like to join our VIP level, we would be most pleased to have you. And really close to a new all-time high. I mean, up to, let's see, are we at? And actually we did, didn't we? I didn't even catch that on the breakout. I did that video and got it to you. We did set a new all-time high. Barely. 103.72. Amen. 104.83. We set a new all-time high by $1.03. I was looking for something a little bit more fantastic than that. It must have literally just escaped my view while it was occurring. So we set a new all-time high by $1. All right. Fine. That is not what we were looking for. Return to all-time high is fantastic. I just don't want to group this with Phantom or Harmony 1. In terms of the express technicals on the top line consideration as being a new flat top that we can look forward to establishing now something along the lines of this. I'm happy to do it. It's no problem. It's still bullish. I fully expect the buyers to come into Luna, as does anyone who has traded Luna at all. This became like literal printing money in this zone once it became established. I was telling everybody, buy Luna, double down into Luna, buy Luna, double down into Luna, buy Luna, double down into Luna, buy Luna, double down into Luna. Every single one of the hits was literally going for 90%, going for 55%, going for another like 50%. It was 50% automatic in this zone in 2021. I was literally, it was like, where were you going to put your money? I was like, buy Luna. If it goes against you, you need to double down into it. And that's what people couldn't get it. They couldn't get it. Like, double down into it. Put twice amount. I'm like, double down into it. They couldn't get it. I'm like, man, never mind. This is just people. These are non-VIP. Just people I know. It takes the prep work mentally to get there. So this is the framework that we look at right now. I'm not crazy about it. So a new all-time high, right? $1. We're going to count it, but that's not a new all-time high. It is, but $1. That's not even fair. There's something wrong with that. It seems manipulated. It's strange. So this is an interesting wedge formation that's in process right now. People don't like when I bring up wedges on Luna. They just don't like it, guys. I'm telling you, no one likes it. VIP don't like it. I don't even like it all the time because it can beat them. All right? Without a doubt, it can beat them. Very strange formation here. Please pay attention to this. Technically, we missed the $1. Not going to miss this. Pay attention. Support to resistance. Support to resistance here. To resistance here. Cross trend line. Very specifically laid out. Make sure that your chart has this on it. All right? Make sure your chart has this cross trend line, the hit at $56 as the support on the 4 hourly, up to this line of resistance at the 94.67, up to the line of resistance at the 102.67, okay? This cross trend line is the line of resistance for your rising wedge right now. That's important, okay? It's not easy to find this line. That's why I'm telling you guys, okay? So in terms of Luna, that specific cross trend line is in play. Cross trend because it went support to resistance. Copy that. Let's see what we got. 2 seconds. Let's see what we got. Okay. Line of support is variable to an extent. Thank you, Angel, for asking about Luna. Appreciate that. Or any of the coins. Maybe anything. I appreciate you saying that. That gets me more detailed into it. Instead of just looking for bullish patterns for people to step into, we'll get into the nuances of how they have performed. I've been paying attention to DOT and to Bitcoin. I've been trading Bitcoin. So support, but I'm trying to always inform individuals in our group about things like Luna. It's like it's either on the take or it's not. You have orders below or not. The macro inverse head and shoulder is going to play or not. So the breakout just wasn't enough in terms of that pattern. We're going to discuss the ascending triangle. There's a solidly, Cosmos is the other one, guys. Cosmos, okay? Cosmos is what this reminds of, okay? And I don't want it just to fall in that framework. Ideally, 100% ideally, now Luna's going to want to wash out you ETF guys. Let's see what we got. Let me pull up the scuba mask. Dun, 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 dun. Where's my scuba mask? Okay. This, any way you slice or dice it, guys, is your preference. Okay? that or something that looks like this. Okay. We need this, right? Or we need this. Or we just need Luna to be Luna and to traject up through this and decide it's going to completely ignore the notion of a rising wedge. It has participated thus far within the expectation that it understands, the market understands there is a wedge, all right? It's just there. This hitch here gives a nice opportunity for us to formulate something. Returning to the top line resistance would be not a death knell, i.e. a double top. You don't have to take that approach. You can take the approach that it's just maybe an ascending triangle in formulation. But we are in this wedge right now. Period. We cannot change that. We can break down and out of it, and a breakdown and out of it. There are two options here. We're going to do, either we're going to formulate something like this, okay? That's great. Or we're going to, now we talk about this all the time. This is the one thing that surprises me on Luna right now. I hate to say I got a little disdain with Luna, okay? I hate to say that. The reason being this. I cannot really remember a rising wedge that Luna has just tucked down into. So you want to know the truth of the matter. I cannot remember the last time that Luna decided from cross trend line or otherwise just to tuck down into a rising wedge and act like, oh, well, that's it. That's no problem. Yeah, it's just it's a bearish feature. That's it. It's all time to put our Luna back where it came from, and I guess it's a losing. We're just not going any higher. Luna is Luna. So I am fully expecting this move through here because I've traded Luna. I know Luna. We've been around Luna a long time. I'm expecting this to crank up to the top side. And it didn't necessarily. It respected this cross trend line rising wedge feature. That's not the Luna I know. And so this stop at the preceding all-time high. That's another reason why I set a new all-time high, because to me, this is exactly like what? By crash through the top of the, like, at least give me enough power. This is the problem, guys. I'm not disillusioned, whatever I say, but I would say, but I don't disrespect Luna, but I'm looking for this. Like, without a doubt, I'm looking for $120, $125. Like, power up to the top side of this wedge like you do, Luna. Get up into, 115 as a rebound on prior cross trend line support. Get up in here and make something interesting. Maybe reach your target, then come back down through, right? Then like, this is Luna. That's what Luna would do. Then that's like a reasonable go at the entire situation. Then respect your rising wedge. That's then formulate something, macro in the form of some large bull flag, something else, maybe similar to something like this you would want to do. So the fact that it's a bit disenchanting in terms of just what it's decided to do, it's okay. But that's just not what I love about Luna, is that it's just going to act just like, if we look at the framework here is a stop at the preceding all-time high. That's what it fits into technically. Looking at Atom, like Cosmos, great project, love Cosmos, right? But I don't want Luna to be Cosmos. I want Luna to be Luna. So when Luna stops out at the preceding flat line, essentially just and you can go to the candle wicks. You can see, was it a new all-time high? Was it not? Technically, just flat top, preceding high, stop at, okay? So essentially a stop out at preceding all-time high. That's Atom. Then Atom caves down into, we have to look at an ascending triangle. That's not what I have envisioned for Luna. So, yeah, a little disenchanting. I don't want this similarized pattern. I don't want the similarized pattern that we see like on Atom. I don't want, let's say, on Harmony 1 here, where we get into Harmony 1. And it's like, well, it's Luna. Well, is it really, or is it just another Atom and another Harmony 1? Because Harmony 1 got up and out quickly in 2020, into 2021, 2022. Another flat top, right? So to the extent that these become categorically arranged, okay, I just have had some different personal kind of preferences for what Luna can do given Luna's history with beating the odds, with beating like a rising wedge. Come on, Luna, at least get out of the top of the resistance of it. Like, that's not asking anything. That's just literally like me expecting Luna to be Luna, and for it not to be Cosmos, for it not to be Harmony One, for it not to be some of these other coins. Luna's a much better utility than those other projects. It's got, should have much better price action than those other projects. I mean, if anybody can beat a rising wedge, it should be Luna. Especially during a retracement, for heaven's sakes. When Tether is off the map, when the USDT.D, I know I'm preaching to the choir with a lot of people here, but this is how I feel. Especially with USDT.D, USDT Tether dominance looking like this. Look at this. Look at the weekly. Oh, we got a hitch. Interesting hitch on the weekly. Let's get to the monthly. You guys see the monthly? That's the Tether dominance on the monthly chart. And we have Luna being stopped out, not even going over the top of its resistance on a rising wedge. Look at this thing. This is a symmetrical triangulation continuation pattern to the upside on the monthly chart for USDT.D dominance that's already reconfirmed on a prior resistance to head north. Like, okie dokie. Come on. That's a big deal, guys. That's a big deal on the monthly. You guys get that, right? That's a continuation pattern to the upside like nobody's business. Boom, 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 boom. The expectations are in line with technical analysis. Fundamentals of technical analysis, like New York Institute of Finance, like where the big boys go to school. Boom, boom, boom. That's going up. Tether's going up. At this point, it'd be a fake out for it to go down. Tether dominance, okay? I'll tell you the direction that is expected technically. Very interesting stream to be watching if you're really paying attention to some of the key details. So yes, I got a little disenchanted with Luna not wanting to complete up and turning into another Cosmos or another Harmony 1 chart or something else like that. I know it's still a different chart, but I mean, it did that. It just stopped out at the preceding high, and I'm like, come on, man. So it is picking up now. Bottom line, it's time to pick up, I got to tell you, because I don't like this old, I don't like the similarly configured pattern chart framework to where it's just a, it's like just a USB drive. Here you go. This one, no, it'll fit in any computer, no problem. Like a universal remote controller. It's a universal chart. Don't worry about it. Just go trade it. It's the same thing you just had. Go trade it again. To me, that takes the magic out of the market. I like the express characteristics of Luna. I like the express characteristics of Harmony 1. I like the express characteristics of Rose, of Sand, of Sheeb, of Doge, Waves. Okay? I like the express characteristics of Waves. Period. This is an old chart that I gave, some girl I was doing alpha training for. 267% from a target from, hey, look at this price action. That's nice price action. Boom. It's been beautiful recently. Will it pick up? And if you know Waves, you'll know the price action of it. I like the price action of HNT, believe it or not. I like the price action of Matic. Everything from NFT Bomb, which likes to go off the Richter scale from time to time. I like the price action on NFT Bomb. It's not a great project. It's not a bad-looking project. I like the fact that it does what it does on the radar in terms of price action. Near, I like the price action of Near. What makes it distinguishable? I don't like a cookie cutter universal remote control to tell me, well, go over there now and put your money in there. That's not what we want. That we want the action of the coin. We want the different dynamic. And maybe that's part of the reason when I start to see ththings that look a little bit like on Near, is I just pull Near up, and I'll go through DOT in 1 second. Now look at like a falling wedge, seller climax, potential inverse head and shoulder. This rounding feature. A rounding feature. I don't like rounding features. It's part of the market dynamic that I don't like. I spend a lot of time with charts. I've spent a lot of time with charts over the years. So I guess I'm a little bit particular. So not exactly the heartless individual or the just man with no comment on Luna. Got me into a tirade. I expect Luna to beat its rising wedges when it does not. I note it, and I do not expect it to conform to other inferior projects. To the extent that those are superior projects, I would like to hear it. I want somebody to speak it, preach it, tell me like it is. Tell it to me like it is, if you can. Okay? Now, in terms of your diagnostics on Luna, what I'd like to see is you all take these bulls by the horns and get into the extensions. At least get up to your golden pocket. At least get up to the 105, 107. That would be nice. That would be respectable for us to look at. I'm going to say, I mean, I'm not real big on market manipulation or anything else like that. You just can't tell me that Luna's going to park it in a rising wedge. What? I mean, now it's going to break down from the rising wedge? I understand that's expected of inferior projects and things that don't have the price action of Luna. That's fine. But, I mean, that's just me, guys. Look at the monthly, look at the daily. I just expect more price action from Luna. I expect it to be a stronger coin performing in terms of its trading ability. It is Tether. Heaven's sakes. What kind of project has a better utility than Tether? I have no idea what people might come up with as a solution for that one. It ain't Cardano, I promise. If you're a big Cardano fan, I am willing to hear your side of the story. But if you would do the kindness of your heart to look at the utility of, let's say, Luna versus Cardano, come on. I mean, Cardano, I think people are nice that trade Cardano. That's the biggest advantage that Cardano has. It's a great, great advantage that you have with Cardano. Incredible community. But its overall utility is, I don't know. It's not that impressive. It's not like Tether. Good gosh, man. People have no idea what they're looking at. Honestly, even some of the professionals don't know what they're looking at when they look at Tether. They just don't even, I guess it's just they're slow. There's a slow process. The adoption involves education. And to the extent that education is required, they need to learn about Luna. And they will in time. It's had a big run up. I guess I'm just disappointed because I saw it potentially just grabbing the bull by the horns and just rock and rolling. It did relatively well. We know that. It did well. And we should get into the extensions. A little bit of a long approach here at Luna. It's not wasted time. One of the best projects known to crypto. Let's do this. In the background, let me go to zero. Ground 0, 105. That's fine. And let's see where we're at. Okay. Man, 50%, huh? It just completed a move, just so that you know what we're looking at. I have my preferences in terms of patterns, what I want it to see do right now. Both are feasible. That's fine. I mean, if it's going to return, here we go again in terms of value. If it's going to return here, I'm happy for it to return here. Once you keep going, Luna, keep going. Once you want to go somewhere, go. Don't stop. Do not stop for us. Once you keep going, just go. If you want to come back down and pull back and have some express volatility and take more time, that's okay. We'll be here. Looking at this line of support, a projected line of support in line with an ascending triangle, we'll be fine. Flat top resistance, ascending line. I'll probably put together some additional things for the VIP or people who are interested in this coin. They're on the hunt right now. I guarantee you, people who are there on the hunt. If this thing pulls back 25%, be prepared. If it pulls back 1/3, be prepared. If it were to pull back 50%, be prepared. Okay? 23.6, 38.2, 50%, whatever you want to throw at it, you be prepared. At 1/4% off, at 25% off, be prepared with Luna. At 1/3 off, be prepared with Luna. At 50% off, be prepared for Luna. Nothing about that script has changed ever. The entirety of the work up here. If you're off 25%, and Angel knows this, hey, it's off such and such from its all-time high. That's not me saying, hey, look, it's up. No, that's every time. It's like, hey, hello, it's a discount every time. It's off 25%. It's off 30%. It's off 50%. Probably more institutionally recognized levels rather than a pure Fibonacci. Luna tends to operate almost institutionally, a bit, just a bit. I recognize that in line with its Fibonacci's. There's crossover. It's maybe a 50-50 split in terms of the discount levels it provides. So people are going to have a carry right now. It's just, honestly, I got to tell you, a lot of people took it the preceding high. They just did. A whole lot of people took it that preceding high. What that technically speaking, what that is a second chance opportunity. Okay? That's people who didn't get out at the original $104, $103 or $4. Just say $100. Okay? That's their second chance take here. They got into Luna in along this $95 to $100 range. People bought in during here. Oh, it's really moving. Well, it's going up. They got in here. It went down 50%. It got back up here. This is their second chance opportunity at the take, and so they took. That's what that's called. That's their second chance opportunity. Second chance trade. Okay? Technically speaking, that's what that is. Second chance opportunity. To some extent, the Bitcoin chart also is a second chance opportunity. Believe it or not, as you would look at the entirety of the chart with some overplay on it. And those are not my words, guys. These are not my words. Second chance opportunity. What do you mean? I mean people buying in the 60s, right? And bam, losing 50% of their money and getting back up into the 60s. Hey, I can get out. You don't think there's that many getting out? We have these stories. We have the impression, well, people are getting in. We believe in the adoption. You study cyclical market behavior and people who were invited to get in over like a 3-month period of time in the 60s. Boom, losing 50% of their money, getting back up into the 60s. Amen. Thank God. Glory. Hallelujah. That's it. Boom, I'm out. Second chance, okay? They have a chance to break even in the market. And I guess that's what it would be. Second chance or break even. We call it a break even, okay? And that's more consistent with people who've studied New York Institute of Finance. We'll call it a break even point, okay? They just will, and I will agree with them. Like those guys. Cool guys, huh? I don't think you guys, maybe you don't know them. You ain't talked to them. Cool guys. They talk about the market in strange ways. They may not talk to, I don't know. Maybe you got to get to know them for them to talk about the market that way. interesting details. I don't know them well, but I can chit-chat with them well enough. Now, I have chit-chatted with them well enough. Very interesting commentary they have on the market. Shout out to the New York Institute of Finance. What is going on in the house? We have some VIPs that are NYIF. Every time we have like 10 to 15 people in here, and it's just me and Angel and whoever else is really VIP, we must just know, Angel, we're stacked with NYIF, huh? They probably have the monitor on. It's the weekend version that they're going to replay later on for their, for all we know. Could be, literally. Could be. We'd be exciting. It'd be an exciting. I'd be an exciting professor for them. I've seen their other professors. VIP in the house. It'd be cool for them to teach that. So imagine you have like a VIP client. He comes in, he wants to buy something. What are you going to tell him? He's VIP. What are you going to tell him? Imagine. It'd be cool, huh? Anyway, what are we going to do? BTC up slightly. You guys know I put on the full demonstration of the risk. The screen is red. Where could we go? Man, we would come together as a VIP unit so strong. You guys have no idea. They don't even know us until they test us with lower prices. They don't know us. And then they will know us. They haven't known us until they tune in and they see us. Angel, light up the board. Super Chat King, $1,000 Super Chat King. Very much appreciate that, Angel, when you're able to do that. But they just don't know VIP. We thrive in the doldrum here. We thrive when everybody else is getting it handed to them. That's when we're ready. Big smile on our face. It's coming down to us. It's coming down to our orders. You betcha. So Luna, I'm going to be giving VIP a specific update on Luna. My goal right now, I do not want it to turn into another Cosmos or a Harmony 1. Now, you know why I group those, because it's just the chart, that preceding high, that break-even point. And I guess because I don't think the narrative really plays well with Luna. It's a strong enough utility that I don't think we need a break-even point in the chart. It's Luna, man. It's, I understand wanting a discount. It's at $91. I mean, it's not the end of the world. It needs to get back up $12 or so. Buyers picking up. Buy at support, sell it. I had to say that, didn't I? I am so sorry. They're doing exactly what we told them to do, Angel. Buy at support, sell at resistance, and across trend line. Oh, man. What have we done? We've been going over cross trend lines 100%. Buy at support, sell at resistance. Man, I guess I shouldn't be frustrated. What I've been reminding people to do. But Luna, you think Luna? It is Luna. It's different. I have to tell people, oh no. You don't have to do that with Luna. You don't have to buy at support with Luna. No. You don't have to sell at support with Luna. I mean, those are kind of the rules in the market for a reason, right? We just like the overpowering nature of Luna. Angel and I have a little fun with Luna because it just, once she gets cooking, she wants to go 200 miles an hour. And DOT. See if we can find something cool on DOT, because I like that bull flag. Not a perfect expression in terms of, look at this, boom, 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 boom. Here we go. We would expect more ricochet in the channel. Support, resistance, nice run up. That's beautiful. We would expect more ricochet within this support and resistance, okay? The confirmation on the way out has been gorgeous. Very nicely done. What's up? Nice. called for that confirmation on that video, right? So it's nice to see technical conformance. The one thing I'm not super excited about on DOT is this fissure here, this break in the price action here on the run up. That's the one thing I'm not super excited about, okay? I've seen quite a bit more forgiven in my days than that. However, I have to note it. In terms of pure textbook formation, I'd expect a little bit more ricochet, and I want to pivot into the top level resistance, right? This top level. Boom, not midway, not right here. Definitely not. You know, if I go, let's say here, I don't want to ricochet in right here at the bottom. Okay? It becomes uncomfortable to look at some point. I want it strong, bam, to the top resistance, boom, support, top resistance, boom, support, top resistance, boom, support, up and confirmed prior resistance as support, and up and out. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. You see this problem with the early hitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. I want ideally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boom. 7's out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This early breach in the flagpole is not ideal. I have seen more forgiven in my days, okay? I like perfect technicals. That's just me. I like price action. Price action, we will forgive a lot on the technicals. Anybody wants targets on Luna, anything else? You draw on your desktop and you let me know on targets. Currently, dot right at that 200 on the 4 hourly, that purple. I tell you, you guys go through as many resistance lines as you want and your patterns, everything else. That 100 and 200 has been like gold. Literally. Look at the chart in front of you. Look at that huge monstrous head and shoulder right here. Boom, boom, boom. Now you didn't catch it on this red line. Was this a red line I had put up previously? Boom. Now, just exactly targeted onto it. But you could have done anything along the way here in terms of the candle work. Anything at all, guys. And that was it. Boom. So looking at the framework of shorts, it's been incredible along the way down with the 100 to 200. Just really something else. Caught the 100, double down at 200. You catch the 100, if need be, double down at the 200. Very interesting, huh? Looking for a target price, some action for DOT. Let's see what we got. What's this? Dun, 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 dun. Let's see what we got. To get as specific as possible, I want to be as precise as possible. Yes, yeah, over $20.50. You've done well already for my pricing targets. It's just beautiful. So another 12% before an expected potential pullback. Would really like to see it rifle up, huh? Let's put some extensions on the map and see what that really looks like. Right to that 100%, right? Because flags fly at half mast. That 100% extension is just telling us it's a repeat of the previous run up. Copy that, VIP. Okay, boom. That's that 100% of the move prior here to, given the retracement. Given the retracement is just repeated. A 161.8 would be nice. 23.68. $23.68. we'd like to get to a take position here and then reassess in terms of pattern fulfillment. If dot cannot, I'm just going to tell you guys, if dot cannot pull off a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if it cannot, then it will be like many other coins that could not, that performed extremely well, i.e. SHIB, i.e. Gala. Some big-time runners. Now, those ran through the roof. Gala, SHIB. Gala, 135%. SHIB, 80 to 95%. Depending upon whether or not you're on the 786 on entry versus candle line to wick, etc., right? You got some variability in there. So, looking at a target to the upside. Now, some people would just play this. I don't know that that you guys know this. Some people would just say that 161.8 is just magic. That is just a very interesting level of the Fibonacci that is to be respected. All right? Truth. Some people love that. You guys in a 5L on dot? Let me know. VIP, you in 5L on dot, huh? I trust that you are in a 5L on dot, or that you have a nice spot position that has done well from the targets. It's a lot of ground to cover. A lot of ground to cover. You want to watch this little guy here. Ethereum. It'd be so weird if we had a really strong Ethereum crowd, huh? It's very strange because we don't. We're just not into it. It's like, nothing wrong with it necessarily. We want to know, will it use this as a reversal? Because that double bottom notion was really strong, and now it's really, let's see here. Boom. Bam. Called it 40% ago. Bam. Top level wave. Boom. To call the fifth wave the top, as you're talking about waves with DOT, etc., you have to reference Ethereum. Boom, 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 boom. Nice, huh? Like that. Feather in the hat. Ample. Ample needs to break free. Just it has that potential in it. You have to know about Ample, what it can do. It needs to like launch, ignition, sequence, and go. Atom, AVAX. Oh, AVAX. AVAX? Avalanche, huh? Avalanche. Reminds a little bit of Soul. A little bit better performing than Soul. Man, you got to trade, guys. You got to put your ducks in a row and trade them. You have to get into trading. If you're not trading already, guys, we'd love to have you as part of our VIP group. This is London. Former financial professional. If it weren't the case, I would not tell you that. I don't even think it's that cool to be a former financial professional. If you worked with the same financial professionals that I did, you might say the same thing. I have no reason to misrepresent that. The bunch of guys that are good at accounting, like just, it is what it is. I used to like calculus. Who would ever misrepresent the fact that they used to like calculus? I have no earthly idea why anyone on the planet would do that. It's so funny. People hear I'm a former presidential advisor. They just immediately hate me. I'm like, really, huh? I had no idea that there'd be a big group of people that just disliked me because I was a former presidential advisor. Yeah. I guess if I had given them more of my signals, I could have assisted them in taking out like even a billboard against me or something like that in my hometown, something nice like that. And I'll look into that. The next group of people that want to get around me that are just there to harm me or dox me, I'll go ahead and give them more signals that they can use to make more money than they already did so that they can take out a billboard against me or something cool like that. You know, I'll go ahead and just put my tail between my legs forever and do things like that. They are losers. Absolute losers. Just be cool with people. It's like a real easy equation in life. Just be cool, man. It's like crypto. Be cool, man. Yeah. So, anyway. No time for spite. No time for bad vibes, huh? I really would like this to work out. I'm going to leave this on here. Now, the fact that I leave this on here will probably decrease the likelihood of this occurring. It's just what I want to occur. This, some sort of framework in line with a macro flag. That's what I want to occur. Technically, will it occur? This is Luna. Probably not. Yeah, the first year or so of, I bet Angel has some really great stories about crypto. You have crypto stories. I was just putting that in the chat. I'm sure he's seen all types during his tenure in crypto. I would tell him, Angel, there are bad people on the internet. He would be like, really? I'm sure he's seen his fair share of bad people on the internet. There's some bad dudes out there. Just, very and some of them are good at being bad. Like, it's not cool. Inverse head and shoulders. We're looking for you. Just some word to the wise on Fibonacci retracements. Just drawing on the candle line there and about from the low to high. We get about right at that first. The rough pickup looks to be about it. You can situate your fibs now, but looks at that 23.6 in terms of that. We'd like to stay strong at the 23.6 and possibly visit that 38.2. There are orders waiting at both those levels. And fair enough. A lot of people took at that level here. Boom. Took at the preceding level here as we look at this preceding interval. That's fair enough. We have these preceding take zones here. God, didn't Luna surprise with this? This is a really nice. Let's look at this hourly here. Surprise for the market. It was such an extended flag, wasn't it, guys? It was really nice. Look at that. But you see why it's not very preferable for us to have a really extended channel at the end of a top line move. By that, I mean a nice move to the upside. Then we have a really, really long extended channel. It's not as preferable because even repeating the move up at this point with Luna, there you go. You met your target. You exceed your target. But you see it's just not as preferable. There's not that much additional to gain there. It's like a law of diminishing returns. The longer this channel becomes to the downside, like this short little one here, that's beautiful. Boom. That's Luna. That's nice. And this work in here, it's like diminishing returns. You're still going to repeat to the upside, but the expectations of the traders are limited. And you would have had to dig into this lower level flagpole here, boom, to put this to the upside. And it's a little less likely without having a stronger framework in terms of the patterning, a wider, higher amplitude channel formation here, okay? 200 moving average and the 100. 200 specifically is in play on the 1 hourly. Notable. Plenty of room along a line of support. Meaning additional room down into beyond the 23.6. That's about right at that 23.6. Yeah. I'd imagine a lot of people that I know have held through this. Now, it was a big run up. That's the one thing that probably got some people to take some cash. It was a big run up. It was 126% from the, let's say from the breakout point of the bull flag. That's a fair spot. 85%. From the absolute low, I don't know anyone who hit the absolute low on the retrace. 134% in 40 days. That's sweet. It's nice. A lot of price action. Wow, this was consolidating. Gala went, Sheeb went. Before that, Rose went. One went. Before that, Near went. Dusk went. Before that, while and during that, FXS went. Before that, Matic went. Before that, Sand thought about continuing to go, right? And before that, Sand did go. Gala did go. Before that, what else we got? Before that, Dot went. Before that, I mean, we'll work this all the way back to where, before that. And I left out Atom and ADA. I need to review the timing of Atom on some correlated charts. But yeah, I mean, we got good memories because we've been around TA, etc. That's what we do. It's good, huh? Great idea to have some exposure to Luna right now. Just great idea. No problem. Have a little exposure. Preferably something that won't expire right now. Some real exposure, not ETF exposure. But I understand either one. Just on ETF, just keep it light enough to make some money on, on an upside move and to compound down at lower levels. Easy stuff. You don't have like a bull flag, very, just looking right at you. Boom. You don't have that. You did right before right before the Ukraine situation was announced. Bam. Knocked down into. Right there. Interesting timing on something it's the technology for, you got to think about that, guys. Wake up. Technology for Tether, getting completed into a bull flag, about to launch just launching right as the Ukrainian war starts. Huh? Interesting. Tether, kind of the safe haven. Very interesting timing. Couldn't make that stuff up, could you? Markets are full of that type of level of, what would you say, guys? Sophistication, if you can understand it. I trust you can. Not everyone can. Tether, safe haven. Right? Completing a bull flag. Through into the run-up of the launch of the war. They'll study that one. And some people be like, buy the dip. No, guys. There's more to it than buy the dip. That's very sophisticated. That's an indication of a very sophisticated market. Very cool, huh? Very, very cool. Very interesting. Very detailed fact right there. There we go. Boom. So, we went over DOT a little bit, went over Luna quite a bit. I like Luna. $4.60. I have another one, $4.06. I need to return and see which one I did live. I gave something out live after I gave it to Angel. First bite at the apple. DOT up 3.84%. You guys making a little money today on DOT. Luna. Elon. Why is Elon in here? I don't even know why Elon's on my charts right now. Man. You guys are paying attention to Floki, right? They have got to redo that game, that metaverse. It's one thing about a coin going low, but another thing about not liking the product. I saw it. I can't badmouth Floki. Poor little dog never did anything. He's not even in the metaverse. They made a metaverse with no Floki. Man, that's rough, guys. Okay, looking at Elon. This is just with a group of coins that needs to go down. Go down. Or begin to cycle with your other coins. Formulate some bullish structures like Luna, like DOT, like SHIB. That's syndrome, huh? Prior take. This is the bull flag in here, depending on time frame. Kind of a coil up. Nice move. Looking for SHIB, looking for Doge. Get up or get down. Let's see what we got here. Let's do this real quickly. Bum, 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 bum. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. This is London with, I've thought about it, just with VIP, guys. We're VIP. That's what we are. We have a VIP. We are VIP. I mean, as you would look at things, that's who we are. It's the kingdom. It's VIP. Bitcoin spike. We are the top traders and professionals. Traders and professionals in crypto. That is who we are. We can relax and say that. No one comes close. That's very exciting. Solana, we looked at for a moment. I mean, is Solana just frustrating on its 7-8 on its on the golden pocket? Is it, as you look at things that are kind of outcast right now, is it just going to roll through its golden pocket, just hang out? It's a top tier coin. I mean, yes, there are a ton of 786 orders there, but I mean, is it really just going to sit on its golden pocket like that? Let's see. They tend to do that sometimes. 35% to the upside. It's had less price action than Bitcoin. Man, that's bad, huh? No. A little 35% hit. Yeah, I'd rather trade Bitcoin than Solana. Love trading Bitcoin. Similar chart on Gala to SHIB. Same pattern formation. Top side, boom, boom, boom. So, what we will do is the following. We'll do a quick rewind into a BTC. We covered the threat, the risk, right? We have some more room before that becomes tangibly, palpably, considerably I'd say clear or present, right? As we would look at the, particularly for that bear flag. Just wanted to cover it. It's the weekend. Not everyone needs that, but we got it, okay? I'd rather you guys know about it and us focus on it for a bit. And we spend time on other coins, so it's not just a screaming red, the sky is falling, fire sale kind of deal. We went through a lot of technicals. No problem. So, let's look at the 4 hourly. It's kind of the saving grace of this thing right now. And in spite of the bear flag, people on the 4 hourly are currently drawing the run up it's an interesting, very interesting formation. Let's take a look at the, yeah, let's do this. You guys paying attention to that, huh? Because I know we're up there now. We need to stay up there if you're long, because we got a interesting near double bottom here. Sprechen Sie double, what do you call it? Sprechen Sie descending triangle? Da. Sprechen Sie descending triangle. You got it, guys? It's close, huh? Go to the 4 hour on Bitcoin. Not sure people are talking about that right now. So they can be beaten. This would be one that needs to be beaten. Slight angle to it. On the candle wick, you're differentiated within a degree of, that's a close one, guys. So what can save you here on this, because it's a bearish pattern, you guys know that is maintaining buyer support along this specific line here. Let's just see, give yourself some breathing room on this one, because it could get interesting if buyers do not maintain support here or here. It's a technical bearish pattern in line with the risk. And you guys know with VIP, I'll go back there and I'll shout out a trade long, and we'll go long in within 3 or 4 minutes of this, right? It's just we have to talk about the both sides of the coin. That's a 20% drop, boys and girls. Boom. Be nice. Huh? Back down to almost that target of the bear flag. Huh. We stomach it a lot better with a notion of a descending triangle, don't we? Just so much easier to, and so much more palatable, isn't it? Huh. We got a lot going on. Immediately, I'll turn this specific line white. I'll do that just so it kind of sticks out. And look at the framework to establish buyer control. Essentially, we need to stay off of this specified flat line support. But we're happy to go in here. If we go in here, just remember we talked about it. It's kind of a cool setup. It's just not a it's not the guaranteed answer. We have to, and that's why part of the reason we have a group. Double down, man. Never be overexposed. It just as much as that is just too simple of an answer, you guys need to look at like Angel on top of this. Angel and I don't have a secret special deal. He's not on a billboard in town recruiting people. That's not it, guys. He knows the framework of what makes sense in investing and trading, and that's why he's here, period. Okay, so when we remind each other of things like double down, buy at support, sell at resistance, trade your patterns, hit your targets, when we do things like this, It's just the logical framework of the market that things need to be solidified around. I mean, it just is. It's okay to not know where the price is going tomorrow. It's crucial that you know what you would do or what you're going to do if it goes one of two places or stays in the same exact spot. Fair enough? It's fine for you to not know what Vladimir Putin's going to do tomorrow with Ukraine. That's fine. That's not required. Okay? And whether or not he were to send the price this direction, okay, or whomever, okay? Gensler, Biden, whomever, okay? It's fine not to know whether or not, or to the extent that we will have a further complication in world events, inflation or something, the non-guessable, right? It's fine not to know whether or not Bitcoin's going to go up or going to go down. What's crucial is that, A, you maximize the opportunities on patterns, etc., when it appears definitely they're going to be going up or going down, that you maximize those trades. Also, dealing with the unknown, the movements to the unknown, it's crucial that you know exactly what you will do when it goes up or when it goes down, and that you have a good framework in terms of your strategy to beat the market in either situation. Most of the market's sitting there hitting the wrong button the whole time, or hitting it once and holding it for however long they need to, right? We trade. So back to that 1, 2, 3, carrying the alpha, always buying, always selling, etc. Just easy stuff. Buy and support. That worked out relatively well, guys, didn't it? Remember that stream we did last night? Wasn't that nice? We got into this pattern formation here. Right? The pickup was right here. The question of the stream last night was what? Excuse. Will we go here? Everybody in the world getting so excited. It's going to the moon. It's going to... No, it's going to the top line. Resistance. You guys know this, right? That was a nice move. Maybe it chose that resistance. It chose a top line resistance. May got a little extra on it, a little extra juice on it. That's nice. So it's a great place to achieve and to sell instead of to buy. Rest of the market is buying. You're selling. Boom. Beautiful, huh? That's pretty important, huh? That is quality, guys. Very quality. So what I'm going to tell you guys is I appreciate you guys being here. Someone else just showed up. Sorry that you have tuned in late. We covered this specific hit on Bitcoin last night. The pickup was at a 786 on the retracements, right? We discussed, you want to sell here? Just go to sleep. You sell here, no problem, right? Then, boom. We talked about would it get it back up to this line of resistance, the nice axiom, as we talk about it, the buy it, support, seller, resistance. Buy it, support, seller, resistance, right? Trade your patterns and hit your targets. Looks like we have a nice framework for a double bottom in play here. We have some lines of frustration here on 30 minutes, a good time frame to look at with the 100 and the 200 moving average. The 100 in orange, 200 in purple. We will need to flip these. 5 minute also has a nice demonstration of the 100 and 200. We're right on each of them, just trying to come off of them right now. We've got somewhat of a bullish expression here, maybe a flag framework, right? Nice move to the upside with a... Let's do this. Where's my scuba mask? You're just tuning in. This is London Bitcoin Spike VIP. You're welcome to join our trade group. We are VIP. Top trade group. Angel is our top VIP. Invested in Bitcoin is $7.79. You're welcome to join. I'm a former financial professional, not financial advice. Harvard Business School, Duke University, certified in markets. Bring the heat. We can handle it. Bull flag in play on Bitcoin. Friday night in the house. Nice move to the upside, downward sloping channel. Let's go, Bitcoin. The take would be at there around 39,507. Buyers are in action on Bitcoin. Let's go. Not a huge move on the 5-minute. Still a move. Let's go. And the required technical componentry here, for the most part, is satisfied. Looking at the candle wicks, there's a little bit of variation along the bottom. The top provides I'd say a different threshold in terms of that level of resistance along the top, and potentially a stronger upside target. If anything, if you want to become more aggressive, you're just trading on the candle wicks. Could have a much stronger upside target on the candle wicks. You look at 39,582. If you trade on candles versus lines. Let's get back to the framework of the lines. A little bit more simple. We go to the 1 minute. So on the 1 minute, we may require a confirmation. I think that's fair enough. A little bit of a deep dig down into the framework of what we would anticipate would be a bull flag. And it's a little bit of an expanding wedge, not really exciting to the traders on the 1 minute. 1 minute doesn't always govern. On the 5, yeah, that's an interesting look. Great example on the 1 minute to 5 minute. How you need to check both time frames, level of uncertainty. We like the patterns that match up between the 1 minute and the 5 minute. You guys know this, right? Just that higher level of certainty, removing uncertainty, which is the equivalent of decreasing your risk as you operate in the market. Crucial. Up 1.13%. Dot up 5%. Nice moves on dot. Anybody who's on 5L, way to go on dot. What's up? Brought you guys that video yesterday. What is up? Let's see. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Polka dot, bull flag, bam. Way to go, guys. If you're participating in that polka dot trade on 5L, that's good money right now, huh? That's 20% on your money. Good job. Beautiful. Leader of ETFs. There's some other ETFs off the map. Maybe I don't have on there right now. Between Jasmine and everything else. Man, I need to update all those. I can do that. Oh boy. You guys want me to update all the ETFs? Next thing I know, I'll be going through all of the coins again on crypto.com for VIP. I try to see what that gave us last year. Finding AXS early. You know. We found SHIB. That's the first one to bring SHIB to like an investment group, I think. It had just hit the market, crypto.com or something else. I was like, I think this is good. I want to trade this pattern. We focus on TA. You guys are new to crypto or seasoned veterans. You're VIP, man. You guys, what's up? Any base campers? Man. People talking about, like Slim talking about retiring, doesn't need to work anymore, all this stuff. Man, are you VIP? Come on, brother. Like, come on home. Bring it to the house. It's time. You talking about retiring, not working the whole year. It's time to recognize you may be VIP. Yeah. But I can't make that decision for you. It's a decision you have to make. Are you VIP? The framework here, expressive of something that needs to get beaten on that 5-minute. Huh? Don't like that rising wedge coming out of. Just a lack of momentum. Confirmation, spoiled confirmation. Throwing into a rising wedge bearish pattern. Would expect a breakdown through the level of support. Constriction, rising wedge, with a rising resistance and support. Right? Level of support, resistance. And again, that bull flag has some defects on a lower time frame, the 1 minute. However, looking at like DOT, for instance, right? DOT has a, you know, and DOT has, what else has? XRP. Maybe XRP got the best of XRP in terms of its defects. You know, DOT's not a perfect bull flag, but it's not, you know, it's not a bad look at a textbook rendition. XRP, on the other hand, is a little bit more difficult. XRP on the daily looks fine, right? Nice bull flag. Move to the upside, downward sloping channel. Broken out. Giving back quite a bit. What do we hit on the daily? Boom. Bam. 200 moving average. Copy that. Boom. You see that? Big deal, guys. Boom. Yeah. Bam. 4 hourly. Look how messy this is. Look at this bull flag. That bull flag looks so nice. Then there. No. Right? Just not nice, huh? I guess almost to the extent you could argue we're doing something like this, just gets real messy on that 4 hourly. Anything below that daily. I wanted to quadrant this off, just so you know. Me personally, I wanted to quadrant this off and just have like this secondary function here. Something like this. And that's a nice example of maybe how a descending triangle could be. Descending triangle, almost wedge formation. I think I'd go with the wedge. Let's see on the candle wicks. Yeah, I'd go with the wedge. Continuation pattern. Just messy, huh? Bottom line, like, if you don't like what you're seeing on the screen there, it's because we're looking at a bad bull flag on anything other than the daily on XRP. My pizza box had buy XRP on it the day before yesterday. I'm like, what the world? Isn't that weird, guys? Buy XRP, huh? Like one of my ex-girlfriends or something, you know. Some of my ex-girlfriends have not been super nice girls. I mean, they seemed really nice when I got to know them, you know. But they would do weird things, like, you know, a message on a pizza box, or, you know. I mean, they must have been going out without me with a shirt on that said, buy me a drink, right, when I weren't there with them to a bar. They were really good looking, right? So they were, you know, they just, I don't know, just like my girlfriend going out with a t-shirt on saying, buy me a drink. Like, come on, baby, do you have to do that? Yeah. Good times, huh? Get in trouble with those girls. The really good looking ones, huh? It's always like that. We got a VIP club, so we talk. A little bit of reality, huh? Not that bad on the daily, pardon me, just on the daily. The 4 hourly is super messy on that bull flag. Look at that. You got to forgive a lot. So it's cooled down, piped down, almost turned neutral here, about 0.83% to the upside. Just paying attention to XRP, because XRP actually I brought to VIP around this area, this 40 to 60 cent zone, before it really took off and rocketed up over a 2x. One of our first 2x's in 2021. Just incidentally, we'll have some this year. Look at DOT, 4.5% 30% to the upside. We'd love to see DOT traject up a bit. Got a falling wedge here, falling wedge 2021, 400% plus move to the upside. Be nice to get up in this zone. Challenge that $27. Challenge it. Challenge the $27. So I tell DOT what to do. Challenge the 27. It's in a bull flag. Paying attention to bull flags today. Why not? Yeah, we got a confirmation hit off prior resistance to support. Boom. Moving up to that $20.75. Still have a move of an additional 11.75% to the upside. That'll do. BTC in an expansion amidst a constriction, right? You have an expansion and a constriction currently ongoing. These are not just a bunch of lines. These are all technically indicated. Constriction, and we have on the macro, right, 4 hourly, then we have an expansion, like on the 30-minute. Very important. Support, resistance, buy, sell, buy, sell. Easy stuff. You don't have to trade every trade. You guys know that? You don't have to buy at every single support. Are you crazy? you can, but, you know, you can relax a little bit. Not bad. Pick up on that. Sometimes you spend a little time away from something. Just a minute or two away from something will give you another look at it. Rising wedge. Bum, 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 bum. The flag. Not very well put together, but you saw, I mean, DOT's imperfect, XRP's imperfect. Luna looked pretty perfect. Looked good when it hit down below. So BTC doing well. Man, if you want to fly up out of this, if you want to beat the, I'll just go ahead and take these off. You want to beat that? No problem. You guys have a long position? I do. If you have joined me and you are long on BTC for this move, congratulations. I did not establish the long position right here. But if you did, that's okay. That's your game, your ball game. Long from a little bit below. We found a cross trend line earlier on. Nice spot to pick up a long. We deal with some technicals here, guys. Whew. What was this here? Right here. Let's look at this on the 30-minute. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. That would be the cross trend line I brought to VIP. I like that line. So do they. VIP is our group in the back. You get access with your badge and membership at YouTube. You get access to the back rooms. Not like that room. But Luke, what's up in the house? What's up, Luke? Big timer. Nice fam. I like bringing up pictures of your family because it looks like a nice family. She is cool business. Future Lambo racer, maybe, right here. Boom. She was on a Doge stream we had. Doge in the house. Look at that JPEG. Very nice. Or GIF. Very cool. Bum, 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 bum. What do we got here now? What's I going to do? Oh, the back rooms. VIP zone. Restricted. Charts galore. Right? All types of signals. Bull flags. Shout out to Pathfinder. What's up, Path in the house? What's up? Path doing well. So, this specific cross trend line was interesting to deliver to the VIP earlier on. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. I should have just shut up the whole time doing the TA and just talked the whole time about this specific cross trend line. Isn't that cool? Because that caught the line of support necessary for this entire move. That was this hit right here. Isn't that cool? Right there. If you're not VIP, you're missing out. I brought that to VIP right there. Boom. Nice move. Bam. Interesting, huh? Who's going to pick up on that? You guys see that? Look at that. Resistance to support, to support, to resistance. You got it right. I am technical like that, guys. Resistance, support, support, resistance, support. Ba-ba-ba-boom. Bam. Check it out, huh? Nice move, huh? All this time people want to know VIP. What? I don't think it's worth it. I don't like them. Well, whatever, man. Go find your own cross-trend line resistance. You ain't going to beat that. That's sweet. You guys saw that? Look at that line. You're not going to find that line. Who's going to find that line? Honestly, guys, who is going to find that line? I mean, when you look at it now, it's like, well, everyone should find that line. Maybe. Did you find that line? Is that on your screen? No. Bam. Who had it? VIP in the house. What's up? Ba-boom. Bam. Literally. What is the last thing I sent them? At 5:53 before the reset. Bam. $38,788. Boom. Time stamped $5.53. $5.53. 5 o'clock, 5:53 p.m. Sorry, I'm getting tired. Bam. $38,788. The last thing I sent them. That's sweet, huh? Boom. Not big, but that's the day right there. The entire trading day. Ba-boom. Sweet. That's VIP, guys. If you guys are finding these things all the time and you're not sharing them with anyone and you'd like a group, come hang out in the back. If you don't feel like you can, well, if you were thrown out of VIP, man, I've been thrown out of a club before too. Don't worry about it. It's all right. It's okay. It's life, huh? My dog is barking. Not sure why. I may need to deal with that. If you guys have puppies too, you guys like Doge or Sheeb? Huh? We like both, huh? Tell you the truth. We want them both to go near zero and then to recover dramatically. We also like Luna, Atom. What else we like? Gala, good price action. Sand. Is almost Sand seems like coupled with Mana and oddly ADA in terms of frustrated inability to produce like real returns recently. I just feel like that. Solid projects, Mana, Sand, ADA. It's like, they're generically nearly institutionalized. They're just not screaming in terms of their returns. So we like Bitcoin. I like to trade Bitcoin. Angel's been around for a minute trading Bitcoin, $7.79 champ. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily. I would not do that. Let's see what we got on clone. Dun, 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 dun. We got a little something different there. Interesting. So, yeah, we ascribe, A-S-C-R-I-B, we ascribe to the New York Institute of Finance. Okay? That is the go-to source for TA. You may go to school there if you choose, or you may read their books, and that is where Wall Street goes to school. Isn't that nice? What is on the screen for Bitcoin? And we've elaborated on what I provided the VIP. And you have to look at it. It's like it's the same thing. Resistance to support, right? Resistance to support. The flag over the line. The flag over the line. And then the resistance onto the line. Resistance onto the line. Okay, fine. He gave it to the VIP beforehand. Ah. Yes, VIP in the house. I'm going to fire a rocket off. I'm going to do something. Hold on. That's what it is. That's what the VIP are is, and a lot of charts sometimes. Sometimes I do my work and I throw the charts in there to show them how I'm developing my thought process to come up with like that nice move there. But for someone who doesn't know what we're dealing with on this specific cross trend line, or the fact that I gave it to VIP just before the reset of the day, that was the final chart I gave to the VIP, showing the level of support for them to pick up, literally, which captured the entirety of the price action for the day. They probably won't understand it. They just, for someone who doesn't see it in terms of that chart I gave to the VIP, literally showing the level of support we were on, because no one else was going to find that level of support. No one. It's a very nuanced, very particular, very, very difficult line just to pull out. So that's what VIP is all about. Glad I could do that on a live stream to show exactly what I provided the VIP. That pickup, that level of support we were at, cross trend line. We cover them all the time. So Bitcoin's difficult to figure out. Bam, right there. VIP in the money. Pretty sweet, huh? Nobody got that. Boom, boom. We get that, huh? What's up, VIP in the house? In the house. In the house. Dot 4.5% to the upside. There we go. That's looking better. Sometimes just give it a little bit of room. Huh? Just give it a little bit of space. The whole thing, if something's not really adding up exactly the way it needs to, just give it a little bit of room. See if you can just, back off of it for a minute in terms of just staring at the screen so intently. Just give it some space. You guys do that, huh? You just laser-eyed into that screen. It's got to move. It's got to move. Just give her a little space sometimes. So the reason it's important cross-trend line is the following. It's just indicative of levels of support and resistance. Resistance, support, resistance, support. Boom. It just is. And that's indicative of traders who trade more frequently. You're going to pick up on more of these, okay? For those who trade less and you're looking forward towards trading more, congratulations. I think you have made a good move for 2022. We look forward to welcoming you into our trade group. We would like you to start establishing a record of success amongst our crew. That is cool. That's a cool thing to do. Go ahead and super chat it up. $1,000 super chat king like Angel. He just decided he didn't want to super chat. He didn't want to show people he's doing well. He say, hey, I made $100,000 based on London's advice, not financial advice. I couldn't do that. Maybe crypto advice. Maybe. Crypto is not a security. It's non-securitized. So you technically can't give financial advice on it. I checked with the state regulatory board. They were very, very kind and helpful. So, looking at the price action, looks like what a nice pattern to kind of work its way out here. And we got different cross trend lines everywhere, don't we? Yeah, see, resistance, support, resistance, support. You guys see that, huh? You see what I'm talking about? Support, resistance, support, resistance, support. You guys get that, huh? And candle wicks oftentimes will fill in the gaps where you're at, okay? You don't want a checkerboard or, you don't necessarily want that on your screen, but to the extent that just so you know, the most standard tool you can use is what is it, guys? It's the pitchfork. Right? The most standard tool you can use is the pitchfork. It's the front and foremost on the map. It's on the left side of your trading view, period. Right? What does it do as its midline function? It identifies a central median level. As you look at a centralized median level, something like this, you'll see the price resistance, support, support, resistance, support. Very different if you say, oh, it's part of a channel framework, a centralized line on a channel. I understand that now. Okay, same thing, guys. Cross trend line. It's the number one tool on your trading view that no one uses. It's sitting there looking at you. It's on the left-hand side of your trading view right now. It's the pitchfork. No one uses it. That doesn't mean that no one should use it. It's just that no one does. People are not skilled in the ways of using it. They don't understand the importance of like channel framework. Levels of support, levels of resistance, multiple tiers thereof. Right? So I draw this. It seems weird. I draw this. You start to understand. It's just a channel. That's it. Channel framework with a lower, median, and upper, middle, and upper threshold or bound. Right? Cool stuff, huh? I think it's very cool. I hope you guys have an awesome start to your weekend. It is past midnight on Friday. I want you guys to be cool to people in crypto, okay? That's our goal as I jaw around a little bit. People aren't cool to us, that's okay. We got a big, cool group, and they don't. And so that may be difficult for them. We encourage you guys to always take care of your personal relationships. Eat well, sleep well, and invest in those relationships you knew were worth investing in before you started investing. Now that you're investing, make sure that you invest in the relationships right here. And so we appreciate all you being a part of the stream tonight. Angel, we appreciate you shouting out. Missed you, brother. And we will be around for more. Absolutely. In the framework of what we went over tonight, the risk assessment on Bitcoin. What is the framework we need to pick up at this? And this is a nice time frame. That 30-minute does it pretty nicely, doesn't it? Almost perfectly. I need to maintain this structure up here. I don't want to go down to this specific descending triangle unless it's necessary. The framework here, it's clearly expressed right now. Isn't it? So we're really on the micro trading within this, the top level 100, 200 moving average. And it's not right or wrong, it's technical. It's a technical expression, flat line support. Ability of buyers to step in. Okay. Pushes up into different territory, into kind of greener pastures for bulls. Right. We're going to look at that real quickly, then we're going to be gone. This in here. Okay, so we have the red and the green. Green for bulls, red for bears. We go, let's see, let's do something like that. Let this and that. Boom, Boom, boom. There we go. All right. And let me do this. Get this on the map so that you guys know what you're looking at. I know that you do, but in terms of what we discussed and that bear flag, pretty cool bear flag. Got the shorts excited without a doubt. So we have the framework here discussed. We have contradictory patterns on the daily nice bear flag. We also have an ascending triangle, contradiction, the risk in the market. Okay? Bullish framework, that green pattern. Then we have a very bearish pattern right here. So it's the micro to the macro. We will resolve the micro before we get to the macro. And immediately thereon, we have this line of support, which could dictate quite a bit, okay? This little bitty line right here, bam, could dictate quite a bit in terms of where Bitcoin is headed. I'd pay attention to it. Okay, we maintain that line, buyers maintain support. Well, we're not looking at a descending triangle. All right? We're looking more in line with the green pastures. The ascending triangle, very bullish, $55,000 Bitcoin. This, in line with that bear flag, we're looking at like $28,000 Bitcoin. In the meantime, we will be trading. Hope you guys got my video on DOT. You're up 20% on a 5L position right now on DOT. If you entered in, congratulations. It was a nice looking bull flag. Maybe if Luna hasn't done what you wanted it to do, DOT is making up the difference. I would hope so. Always get out of the trade you're in if it's costing you more than the gains that you're reasonably about to make in another trade, okay? Be wise with your exits, not only with your entries. Cut your loss before you spend your gains, okay? And buy at support, sell at resistance, trade your patterns, and hit your targets. You guys know that in terms of Fibonacci's, both on the downside, retracements, and your extensions to the upside. This is London with Crypto King of Bitcoin Spike. Shout out to all the VIP who got this level of this cross-trend line right before the start of the day. Very nice. Just good TA. Boom. Had to move to the upside from that. We are excited to continually be able to provide our VIP with the top shelf TA in town. Hope you guys are doing well. This is London. Go have some fun. It's Friday night, but not too much fun. We'll see you tomorrow, guys. We'll stream tomorrow, and I'll get you a few videos out. Take care of yourself.